Hey everybody, Greg Pruitt here with Idaho Dispatch, and it is September, sorry to turn my mic there a little bit, September 13th, 2021, and we are in Boise, near the Boise airport. And what we're gonna do is, I've parked my car, we got everything set up, and we're gonna kind of walk down the road and show you guys the protesters that are here currently. Keep in mind that from what we hear, he is not going to be driving his motorcade through and down the road where the protesters are to the main entrance to the National Interagency Fire Center. The rumor is that he is going to land in the airport and he will never leave the airport grounds, and then he'll come in a different way through the to the fire center to talk to them. So this is, I'll turn this around real quick. And can you guys hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up, or let me know in the comments that the audio is working all right now. As I get closer to all of the protesters, there is a chance that the audio might start cutting out a little bit. I don't know if there's going to have any kind of interference set up or whatever, but I will turn this around real quick and you guys can see. So we're on, this is Airport Way right here. And then there's, if you can see, there's the Motel 6. We're parked close to the Quality Inn here. And then there is a bunch of cars lined up and down here. Audio's good? Okay. I have another audio or mic set up I can do if I have to. So we're gonna walk down the street here to where the main protesters are. So you guys can see there's Denny's right there. And then there's road that runs up along that way, and you can kind of see a bunch of cars and protesters up that direction, and that's the direction we're going to head right now. So we aren't sure. So for those that don't know, the president is not expected to arrive in Boise based on the manifest that we have seen until about 11:50 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 10:50 for those of you up north in northern Idaho. And so he's not going to be here for quite a while, and we're not sure how long the protesters are going to stay here, especially since, you know, President Biden is not going to drive through all of these protesters. I just want to cross the street here. You know, he's not going to drive the motorcade through here, so I don't know how long we'll broadcast, maybe an hour or two, and we want to make sure that you guys get good coverage of what is happening on the ground here. Again, President Biden is not, from what we are told, going to drive in a motorcade, at least through here. And that is what we were told. There are numerous entrances into the National Interagency Fire Center, and so he would have no reason to have to go through one particular entrance. There's no security here as far as having a bunch of security. Morning. And so everything's set up. Let me just kind of, so you guys can see what we have going on here. I'll try to show you guys as many of the signs as I can. And then there's also a couple tents set up. Kind of go around the front of the crowd here without getting ran over. What's that? Oh, are you? Okay, that's okay. I appreciate your help, regardless.
Yeah, the tobacco.
All right.
Hey, so, Idaho Dispatch.
Hey, it's Representative Mike Kingsley.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's good.
I'm good right now, thank you.
That's good, man.
Okay,
right.
so go.
So there are protesters on this corner over here, but we'll go up this way where the main protesters are. Good morning. The guy dressed as a wizard.
There you go, Dad.
Oh, hi, Dad.
Hi, Greg.
Morning.
I've already almost gone through them.
I know, I should have just gave you the whole stack.
Why is that?
All right, so moving on up here. Quite a few Biden. Morning.
Morning.
Why are you guys out here this morning?
Why are we out here?
Yeah.
We love this country. We think this is the greatest country in the world,
Yep.
and
We're not.
based off of a constitution that they want to throw in the garbage. So
All right.
the Constitution is what made this country great, and
We're
it's
not
what's going to make
backing
this
down.
country great going into the future, as long as we can keep it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Did you guys hear the guy I was interviewing? Okay. If not, let me know, and I will try to get my microphone a little bit closer next time. All right, so again, a lot of pro-Trump stuff here so far. All right. Oh, sorry. I'll move my hand. I don't have my normal selfie stick. So it is what it is. So up here is where the National Interagency Fire Center is, and that's where we're going to head towards the front gate. And just so you guys can kind of see what we're looking at. Lots of F. Biden flags. Oops, some sort of display over here. I'm not sure what this is, but we'll go take a look.
I like that. My mom texted me. There's 3 of them in Wants his intro out.
You want a real one? We have tons of them already.
For the rewards, bring our troops home. This is on display here.
Can we make room right here for a second to help my buddy?
Okay. All right. Morning.
Live stream?
Yeah, for Idaho Dispatch. The Idaho Dispatch.
All right.
So
What is that?
we're a local media, just independent journalists.
Okay,
So we just try to tell both sides of the story and let the
well,
people
you only
decide
can
what they
tell
want to
one
believe.
right now, and it's all these people right here. That's right.
Yeah, we're walking through. So what brought you guys out here today?
Well, all these people right here.
Okay. So you,
And we also don't like Biden. And
Okay.
it's time to him for that old bastard to step down. And we want our privacy and we want our country back.
so what do you think about Biden coming to visit the National Interagency Fire Center
I
today?
think it's kind of ignorant because he don't know what he's going to talk about anyhow. Yeah, that's right. He really doesn't know nothing, you know. Listen to him. He can't even remember his birthday.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Infowars.com.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care. All right. So Biden is the virus. Lots of. Good morning.
Greg, what's going on, sir?
Good. So why are you guys out here today?
Treasure Valley Council of Patriots. We're sponsoring the giant Trump 1 flag.
Okay, right over there.
That is the one and the same that we flew at the Boise State game on Friday night.
Oh, was that you guys?
That was
Okay,
us,
I did
yeah.
see a picture of that.
Yeah,
So.
had a million views on Instagram, on David Harris's Instagram.
Did you guys get? Did you get booted out of the
Nope,
stadium?
Nope, they came. They were a little wound up. They said, "You guys can't do that here. Take it down." We said, "Okay, we'll take it down. You shouldn't do that. Don't do it again." We said, "Okay," and no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, so we weren't hurting anything. We were just spreading the love.
Okay. All right. So you're out here to protest President Biden coming to Idaho today?
That's correct. Yeah, we can't stand Joe Biden. He needs to stay out of Idaho.
Okay.
He shouldn't
So,
even be in the White House.
I mean, if odds are Joe Biden is not about to drive down this road in his motorcade, but
He's going to park right here off the tarmac, and he's going to walk into that building right there. But we're going to show him the love while he's here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
These are
right.
all patriots, thousands of us. It's great.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for coming out, Greg.
No problem. All right. So we are almost to the front. Morning.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? I'm live streaming.
Chris Lemming, how you
Yeah.
doing, buddy? It's been
Good.
a while.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
I sent you an email that if I sent you like 10 or 20 bucks, can you send me another sticker?
Yeah,
AA
yeah,
sticker?
we can do
I
that.
never heard anything
Okay.
back from you.
Sorry, yeah, we've been swamped, so I'll get caught up with that. But yeah, for sure.
I'll send you a reminder,
Okay.
but whatever it takes, I'll send you a 10 or 20. I screwed up my other one.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Thank you. All right. So just so you guys can see the front of the sign here. So this is the National Interagency Fire Center, and there's two entrances. There is another entrance. They both are gated, like this one here, the Boise PD here, obviously. But what we were told that President Biden is probably going to land somewhere on the airport and then come in through a back entrance and go in, and we believe he is supposed to talk about climate change, and he's supposed to be on a trip to look at the wildfire situation that has plagued the West for a number of years. And so here's the flag that guy was talking about. And what's that?
Keys and I'll go get more.
Yeah. Sweet. Thank you. So yeah, this flag here is what they had flown from the Boise State Stadium at the game on Friday that kind of went viral on social media. So I don't have a count. I'm not sure how many people are here yet. I would, if I had to guess, close to 1,000 by now. So what's the? Do you mind talking? What's the wizard, or what do you got going on?
Normal wizard.
What's that?
Just a normal wizard.
Just a normal wizard?
Yep.
Any particular reason for being a wizard today?
Always a wizard.
Oh, always a wizard?
Can't help it.
Okay, so is this are you here to support President Biden, not support President Biden, or are you just hanging out?
Oh, I don't know. Just bearing witness might cast a deep curse upon his Secret Service agents. We'll see.
Okay, all right. Thank you. All right, well, there you have it. The wizard is going to cast a spell on the Secret Service agents, he says. So, again, lots of signs, lots of pro-Trump stuff. I haven't seen if there are some pro-Biden people, I haven't seen them yet, or it's just not as obvious, but just want to see if we can talk to a few more people. And we'll head back down the road. Again, for those just tuning in, we are at the National Interagency Fire Center in Boise, and President Biden is expected to be here in Idaho in a couple of hours. And so there are a large protest taking place over here right now. The mainstream media is here. Channel 6 is here. And I'm not sure what other media outlets are here. I believe this guy here was media. And then there's Channel 6 over here. Oh, and there is gubernatorial candidate Ed Humphreys. It looks like he might be getting mic'd up.
Hey Craig, how are you?
Good morning, how are you?
Doing great.
Just live streaming
Yep.
for the dispatch. So.
Oh, absolutely. Obviously Ed's here and he
Okay.
you know. Yeah.
Hey, Ed Humphreys, how are you today, sir?
Good seeing you.
Good. All right,
Are
we're
you
live
doing a
streaming
live?
on the
Oh,
dispatch.
great.
Yeah. So.
Great. Well, come on down. We need more voices. We have to have all the patriots speaking with one voice right now. We're not going to tolerate Joe here in Idaho. He's got to go.
Okay. So is that your main message down here? Are you out meeting the people, or just joining the protest, or what's your goal down here today?
Sorry, the sun's in my eyes. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to be out and meet with the patriots and add my voice to the mix. We can't continue to tolerate his incompetence.
Okay. So, I mean, if Joe Biden were standing here right now, what would be your main message to him from Idaho?
We need term limits on Congress so that we don't continue producing incompetent leaders like Joe Biden. If we had term limits on Congress, he wouldn't be around still. So we got to start fighting for that. Most Americans, regardless of party, want term limits on Congress. This is something that should have happened a long time ago, or we're going to continue to get more of this pathetic, weak leadership like Joe Biden.
Okay, so for those that don't know you, you're a Republican gubernatorial candidate running in the primary next May. What has been your main message? How is the campaign trail going so far?
It's going incredibly well. Our coalition is just growing rapidly by the day. We've been incredibly successful in fundraising from regular folks, right? I haven't received any money from any PAC or special interest group, and I'm really proud of that. As we've traveled the state, I think the three things that people find most powerful about what I'm leading out on is, one, school choice. Idaho needs school choice immediately. We have to disrupt and dismantle this institutionalized education system that's destroying our children. It's creating generations of automatons. The second thing is I've set out to abolish the state income tax here in the state. For the average Idahoan, that's going to put another $3,000 a year in their pocket. That's powerful. That's powerful for our economy. But most importantly, that will stop our tax dollars being funneled to the anti-American activists that are harassing our community, that are hijacking our state government. And that kind of ties into the third thing that I really want to accomplish. We got to drain the swamp here in Idaho. We have to give law enforcement both the mandate and the tools to start tackling corruption in government.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, good luck to you guys, Ed.
Yeah.
Take care.
Greg, good seeing you, buddy.
All right.
Thanks, Greg.
Yep.
Hi, thanks, Greg.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Yep, we're good. All right. So for those that don't know, that's Ed Humphreys. He is one of several Republican gubernatorial candidates that is challenging Governor Brad Little, assuming he runs. The rumor is that he will run again. He has not officially announced, but Ed Humphreys is one of the candidates that is running out of Eagle, Idaho. And he was we found like 3 or 4 different Facebook events for the protest. And so, morning. And so, no, not one group kind of put this on. There's a whole bunch of groups that were involved in doing this. So, how are you?
Oh, good. I'm glad you're actually going to get it on the news. Good job.
All right. So again, lots of F Biden flags. Lots of pro-Trump flags. Oh, is this Dan McKnight's? Hey, Dan, is this your display?
Those are in these pictures. This is Bill McNabb of the Idaho.
Okay. So do you want to do an interview real quick and kind of tell us about the display and what you're all about?
Sure. Let me get these off here real quick. How you doing, man?
Good. Just live streaming for the Dispatch.
Awesome. Love the Dispatch.
So yeah, for those that are asking in the comments, we're at the National Interagency Fire Center in Boise, off Airport Way, and I think this is Vista Avenue Way or something like that. So there's a Denny's right down there, and the airport is right over that direction, and then the National Fire Center. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
From the time.
So we're going to interview Dan McKnight, and he can tell us a little about your group and your display and what you got going on today.
Yep. Want me to put that on? Or?
No.
Right. Yeah, Dan McKnight. I'm the chairman and founder of a group called BringOurTroopsHome.us. We're a pro-veteran, pro-constitution group who advocated for ending the endless wars for almost 10 years, but not the way that President Biden did. The way he did it was irresponsible, and he got 13 American heroes killed. And we've made this banner here to remind him, and we're going to remind him every day that until he leaves office that he killed Americans, he's got blood on his hands, and his irresponsible actions in Afghanistan still has Americans stranded there. And veterans are going back in there, and civilians are going back in there, and philanthropic organizations are going back in there to do what the State Department and the government should be doing that Joe Biden will not allow them to do.
Okay, and so are you a veteran yourself?
Veteran of 13 years, United States Marine Corps, United States Army, and the Idaho Army National Guard, including 18 months in Afghanistan in 2005, 6, and 7.
So what was it like for you that day when the terrorist attack happened in Afghanistan and killed those 13 Americans? I mean, what was going? Because like you said, you've long been promoting getting out of Afghanistan, getting out of Iraq, and all those places. So, I mean, what was your thought that morning when that happened?
I remember it as clear as day. I woke up to someone banging on my front door of my house, and I woke up and it was my little sister. I'd been out of the military. I'd finished my first 2 tours, the Marines, the Army. and I'd gotten out of the military to finish my degree at Boise State, and she was beating on my door at about 7 in the morning, telling me to turn the TV on. And I turned it on just in time to see the second plane hit the South Tower. And right then and there, I knew that my time in the military was done, but I needed to re-enlist because my country was going to call on me again to go and avenge the death. And so I was excited to go back in. And in serving there, I felt a purpose. I felt a sense of patriotism and doing my duty for my country. And the more I learned about the war and the longer we stayed there, the more I learned that the war needed to be over because we had accomplished our mission. And 4 presidents now left us there too long, and then one fought to get us out and wasn't able to do it, and then another accomplished the mission by ending the war and screwed up the withdrawal, and it got Americans killed. And so my emotions have been all over the place. I'm excited the war's done, but at the same time I'm frustrated and I'm angry at the way that this man did it.
Okay, all right. We appreciate your time.
Thanks,
Thank
Greg.
How about we do one for the front side?
So is this display, I guess I should ask more about the display. So is this the guys that were killed?
These are the 13 that were killed. I'm trying to find a way to display these with dignity here, but
Okay.
Bill, what do you think the best way is to put these up? Like maybe
Lay them right down there right there, Dan. And if you guys can wait 1 second when Dan's all done there.
Greg, this is Bill McNabb, by the way. He's the proprietor.
How are you? Good.
Purveyor, or what? I don't know what your official title is.
Curator, keeper, builder, owner.
Yeah, Idaho Fall Memorial.
One of my biggest supporters right here. If he wants to tell you what he helped me with, he can. If you know. You're good, Dan.
All right, guys. Well, we'll move on while they're finishing setting up. So what I'm doing is I'm walking back down. I'm actually walking away currently from the National Interagency Fire Center. That's where Biden's supposed to be. Sometime around noon-ish. We actually don't know officially what time. But his goal is to come in and talk about climate change and how it relates to fires, according to the briefing that we saw. And I think Lauren McLean, the Boise mayor, was also saying that he was going to address climate change in regard to the fires. So if you come back down, so for those trying to get in, parking is going to suck right now. And Biden, from what we were told, is not going to be coming up this road. So this is a road right here that goes all the way up. Back up there, we'll head back up in that direction here in a minute. But Biden is not going to come up through this. He's going to land at the airport, stay on the tarmac, and go in through a different route. If they were going to bring the motorcade up through here, they would have roped this whole thing off, kept cars off, and had a whole bunch of security and stuff. But the protesters we've talked to just say they want to have people here and have a show for us. Good morning. And so we're just trying to talk to some protesters so you guys can get their view. If you know of any pro-Biden people that are down here, we'd love to try and chat with them as well. I haven't seen any yet. It's mostly, good morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. As far as I know, it's all anti-Biden folks. Good morning.
Good morning.
So just go down this way and see if we can find anybody. Anyway, so this is the intersection right here where if you're gonna walk, so there's Denny's right there, the Airport Inn, the Copper Kitchen Grill, and then this is the road to get in. And you just walk up that road. So if you can find parking, you can walk right up to the National Interagency Fire Center. And I just wanted to see how far up the road this goes. So I don't have a count. I don't have anybody helping me right now. So I don't have the ability to have somebody try and do a count of everybody, but go up here. They've got a big tall flag there.
Go find the tallest man.
All right, so yeah, you can see the airport down that direction, the Best Western right here, and so you can come park and then you can walk. You can walk all the way in here. So I'm gonna hopefully not get ran over. And good morning. No? All right, is that about the vaccine? Okay.
It's about anything.
Okay.
It's our choice.
Your choice. All right. Is that what brought you guys out here the most today?
He's not welcome.
He's not welcome? Okay.
He's not welcome. welcome. No, absolutely not welcome.
Okay.
Yeah. That the people are he's destroying this country. We don't want him here.
Okay.
No.
So if President Biden were to stop and get out, and what would be the one thing you would say to him?
I'd say he's a big disappointment and he needs to give the presidency back to Trump.
Okay. All right.
He's a traitor. He's a criminal and he should never have been put in office.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
I tell people all the time that when they see how Meridian looks, I said, yeah, back in the 90s, what you saw on the freeway.
Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good. Just covering for the Idaho Dispatch.
We see.
Yeah.
Good job. Good
All
work.
right.
Enjoy your videos.
Oh, thank you. Morning. All right. So a lot of Trader Joe's stuff. Idaho hates CCCP Biden. Good morning. How are you? All right. So then there are people on the other side of the street, and then this is the other corner. And for those tuning in, if you guys appreciate everything that we're trying to do, go to IdahoDispatch.com/subscribe. We'd love to have your guys' support to try and keep independent journalism where we don't try to put in all the bias. So hope your plane crashes. So if Joe Biden were to die in a plane crash, then Kamala Harris becomes president, right? Which then would have Nancy Pelosi right after that, right?
Just assassinate her.
Okay, well, that's...
Yes, you can put that on there, too.
Well, it's live streaming, so it's on there.
Assassination!
All right.
Yay! Have a great day. Yay!
All right. Good morning. Okay. So then, this is kind of the farthest. I mean, there's people walking down, but this is the farthest down that we see people at least just standing. And then, again, lots of parking way down there and people walking back down this direction. So for those that just tuning in, we're at the National Interagency Fire Center where President Joe Biden is expected to come and give a speech here shortly. And we're in Boise, obviously, near the airport. So the Denny's is right here. And then we'll go up here, take a left, we'll walk back down so you guys can see the protesters. Again, I don't have a count on how many, but I would guess at least 1,000 probably by now, and quite a few people that will be showing up. I think around 10. There were some of the other protesters that said that they weren't going to show up until about 10. So what time is it? 9:31. So yeah, we still got a while before more people come from other groups and stuff. So I know the Idaho Liberty Dogs were going to be down here. Some people from Health Freedom Idaho. I don't know if officially we're putting on okay, I didn't see this. So somebody's hanging a flag and stuff up here. Flag is upside down.
You're with the medical rape site. Jason, you're down. Sorry.
All right. All right. Got a little loud there.
That was freaking awesome, baby. Almost felt like rappelling down.
Hey, good morning. Hey.
Shake's the only one to do it. I'll fall out. Yeah, you should.
I wonder if they'll let me in there.
Actually hung up. Got it. Oh, yeah, that was.
So what? They let you set this up and do that?
didn't ask.
Oh, okay.
I support this tyrannical president.
Gotcha.
I'll have a hard time getting me to move it too. Let's just put it that way. Sage, you want to go up? Yep. Just flip the controls over to basket.
Yeah.
All right. So again, there's for those that didn't see earlier, Ed Humphreys, gubernatorial candidate, is also here. And then if you come to this intersection right here, so there's Denny's, there's the airport inn, and there's this road right here. It's not a sign, but I believe this is Vista Avenue. And then you just kind of walk all the way up here, and you can see, I don't know if you can see in the distance, like right up there. Sorry, it's the National Interagency Fire Center. All right.
Hey, you got some same stickers. Yeah. I like your shirt.
Quite a few.
You got the same stickers.
So again, lots of pro-Trump stuff. Some anti-vax signs, some anti-Biden signs.
Excuse me. It's a great day.
Biden resign, repent, God is waiting. Lots of F Trump flags. Now somebody brought a Trump cutout. So I have seen Channel 6 News here for those that were wondering about the mainstream media. Trying to see if there's any comments or any questions. If you guys have any questions, I'll try to answer them, but I'm kind of watching, or if I said F Trump flag, I meant F Biden flag, sorry. I have not seen any F Trump flags. So again, I don't have a count on the number of protesters that are here currently, and my guess is that it won't peak till probably around 10 or 10:30. But yeah, so if I said it, I made a mistake. There's a lot of F Biden flags, not F Trump flags. And again, still trying to find any of the pro-Biden folks. If they're here, they probably won't be. Some more Boise PD. Awesome, thank you. Still got a few?
No, I accidentally grabbed everything on the seat, so I didn't give any of those out. I caught that it was the wrong one.
Yeah, that's okay.
Still has a few, but we pretty much gave them all out.
Okay, that's all I got left. So, okay. All right, well, I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
I'm gonna keep streaming for the people, so. All right.
Just gotta find your spot.
All right, so again, we've got a display here by Bring Our Troops Home. We interviewed Dan McKnight with that group earlier, so you guys can check that out. And then just trying to talk to a few more people. I'll get to the front, show you guys the front of the National Interagency Fire Center so you guys can see it. And again, if somebody is down here, is down here and wants to try and get a count of all these people. All right, so if you can't hear the crowd, they are doing the chant of F Joe Biden, which was something that was trending at college football games last 2 weekends. So here's here's a sign that I've never seen at a protest, and this is the sign. Good morning.
What is your name?
Greg, Idaho Dispatch. Yeah.
I met a friend of yours on the phone, Trevor
something.
in Washington. Said you were a really good guy.
Oh, okay.
Trevor.
All right. Well. Okay. Yeah. Just let me know if you find out. So we're live streaming for the Dispatch. So.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
That's great.
So this is the flag that the guy said earlier they had displayed at the Boise State football game. If you do BSU and Trump one flag into Twitter, you'll probably find a picture of it displayed at the BSU football game. So this is kind of where the main crowd is congregating. Again, I haven't done a crowd count at all, and it wouldn't peak for probably another half hour or so. But Boise PD, they've got a few vehicles down this road. Some of their bike guys. Pink's Trader Joe.
I know, me neither. It's still
Guy with a phallic cardboard cutout. So just kind of giving you guys a shot of the crowd. Alright, I'm going to kind of head back down the road, maybe try to interview some more folks. Another Biden flag.
You know, in another section.
Oops, sorry. So it's also trying to see if there's any other politicians. We did see Representative Mike Kingsley earlier. He was driving by. There are some legislators meeting in town on Wednesday. How are you?
Good. We're from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
You guys drove down from Coeur d'Alene?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, got down here last
so
night.
what brings you all the way down here from Coeur d'Alene?
Well, as you can see, we're Trump supporters.
Okay.
And Biden's not our president. And we want our freedom. For the Constitution.
Okay.
Everything that he's not. And interestingly, when he was on the presidential trail, he said no vaccine mandates. And now guess what? He's trying to push it through OSHA. So we're here to support our country, to support our freedoms, everything that he is not. So
okay.
We love Trump. Trump, come back. We can't wait for him to get back.
Okay.
So 2022. We'll wait for 2022.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
Who's got your back? Who's got your back? Nobody. You don't think Trump's got your back?
All right. So a bunch of flags here. We're on this side. The big rig coming up here. So again, nice weather out. We've so far interviewed Ed Humphreys, who is the gubernatorial candidate. We also interviewed Dan McKnight from Bring Our Troops Home, and a number of other protesters that have showed up today. If anybody else is down here, let me know. I don't know if there are other. Again, for those that are just tuning in, Greg Pruitt here with Idaho Dispatch. You know, we do our best to just cover whatever the news is and let you guys decide what you want to believe about what is happening. So we do our best to leave out our own personal bias. Oh, there's Representative Kingsley. I'm going to try and track him down. Representative Kingsley. Mike. He's on a mission. Representative Kingsley. Hey, I'm streaming for the Dispatch.
Cool.
So what are you doing?
I'm down here supporting the people of Idaho. So yeah, I'm glad
turn
to
this
be
way.
here.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean you're from northern Idaho. So what are you doing down in Boise?
Well, we're coming down for Wednesday. A lot of legislators are going to try to convene and get everybody back so we can stop some of this stuff that's going on.
What is your thoughts on President Biden's speech that he gave a few days ago when he talked about the vaccine issue and the COVID-19 issue?
I never thought in my entire life I would hear an American president say that he's losing his patience with the people. You know, I think he forgets what happens when we lose our patience, and I think we're kind of seeing that right here. So enough is enough, and I hope I can do everything I can to put a stop. People are losing their jobs. Little kids wearing masks. it's just awful. So, you know, as far as a representative, I want to represent the people in my district, and that's why I'm here.
Okay, and so for those that are watching that don't know you, what district are you from and what area does
I'm
it
from
cover?
Lewiston, District 6, Nez Perce in Lewis County.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Glad you're here.
Yeah,
That's
I
great.
got to cover for the people. We're streaming for the dispatch.
Yeah,
so.
you're doing a good job.
All right, thank you, Representative.
Thank you.
Kingsley. Is there any other representatives here? Do you know?
Tammy's supposed to be here, but I haven't found her yet.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right,
good
thank
luck.
you.
Thanks.
Take care. I was like, now they turned it off for me? What's that? Yeah. There's a guy dressed as a wizard here. Not really sure what his deal is, but yeah, we'd love to have you guys subscribing or supporting the Idaho Dispatch. It's for as little as $2.97 a month, and that just kind of helps us grow. We've got to get to a point where I have some other journalists that can help me write and cover these types of events. And so, you know, if you guys aren't fans of the mainstream media and you want something different, we try to bring you something that's different and how the news used to be, which is we tell both sides of the story and then let you guys decide. You know, we provide whatever facts we can provide in our stories, let both sides tell and defend their side of the story, and then you guys determine what you want to believe. It's not my job. So I hope you guys will. I want to see if they'll let me up in that thing.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of interesting.
You guys put in order?
So, yeah, so whatever support you guys can provide to the Idaho Dispatch, we'd love to have it. And we'll continue our coverage here for a little while. Show you guys. So we're heading back down for those that are just tuning in. We're on Airport Way and Vista Avenue in Boise, where Biden will be here in a few hours to talk at the National Interagency Fire Center. And yeah, so there's quite a few protesters out here. And all right. So this is the intersection, and then if you do want to come down, you just kind of come down this way. Parking, I'm hearing people have to park a really long way away right now in order to get down this direction, but and some guy brought his boom lift to lift some folks up. So there are some tents down here with swag. I don't know who set up the tents, but there are some tents down there to buy. Right, let's just go look.
Hesperia, that's right, Hesperia. That's water.
So we just ran into Representative Mike Kingsley. I am told there's supposed to be another representative coming down here. Yeah, it looks like some shirts, different types of shirts and gear and stuff that are set up. Somebody brought a lift up here.
My MOS was technologied out.
All right, what else? I haven't yet seen any pro-Biden folks, and given that you know, for those that don't know, President Biden is not going to be driving down this road. We talked to the Boise PD before we started streaming, and they said there was not a chance that he was coming in down this road. Obviously, for security reasons, there's just not. You know, when the Secret Service does that, they'll bring in. You know, they would have this whole road blocked off and everything, and so. But he is going to be landing at the Boise airport and then staying there. The guy in the lift is coming down. So, yeah, he'll be coming onto the Boise tarmac, and then we were told he'll be going through a back entrance into the National Interagency Fire Center, which is down that direction there. And we'll just kind of keep covering the protests here for a little bit and talking to more protesters. I think this is the guy that owns it. I wanted to talk to him again.
Our motto was, why would you right, that was our motto.
I would lose my job.
Are you live streaming or are you?
I'm live streaming. Yeah.
How many viewers you got?
What's that?
How many viewers you got?
It says 569.
Oh, nice.
So what made you want to come out with a lift today? You were just like...
Try to make as big a statement as I can.
Okay.
I'd like others to realize that the country's in distress. Look at our flag there. It's upside down.
Okay, so for those that don't know the upside down flag, can you explain?
It just signifies a distress signal that there's a threat or a bad times. It's a foreboding signal is basically what I'm trying to get across, along with a couple of other things. Don't tread on me is my touch, and the fuck Biden one's just kind of a national sentiment at the moment.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right. So again, we'll actually kind of walk back down the road here without getting ran over, hopefully. All right. Oh, excuse me. So there are quite a few more protesters along the road here. How are you? I'm bedding. There we go. Hopefully you guys can read these. I'm kind of walking fast in the middle of the road. It says non-Taliban Humvee. There's a sign or some sort of tape or something that said non-Taliban Humvee on the. So that's kind of the end. There's lots of people that are coming down this direction for parking, but again, the Denny's is right here. The Copper Kitchen is right up there. You can't see the sign right there. And then all the protesters are along the street here and then up that direction. So we'll kind of come back around. I was trying to find a person that I know to maybe try to get us a count. They could try to get an estimate on how many people are here. And if I can find them, we'll do that. But I don't know. But if I had to guess, somewhere in the range of 1,000 or more right now. All right, so then this is the intersection that heads up to the National Interagency Fire Center. Might be some mainstream media coming down the road here. All right. So under God and the visible with liberty, Biden resign, repent, God is waiting. Oh, here's that Hummer. And they are chanting F. Joe Biden. All right. So we'll head back up to where the main crowd is, but the National Interagency Fire Center is kind of a big complex, and you can't really get into it. It is gated, and there's security, and obviously right now there's Boise PD as well. This way without getting ran over. If there are any pro-Biden folks, I'd like to interview them as well.
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
I believe mainstream media, not sure who they're...
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
So this was the display, for those that didn't see it earlier, from Bring Our Troops Home. So this, I am told, is the 13 individuals that were killed in the terrorist attack recently in Afghanistan. So they've got those displayed there. The guy who runs Bring Our Troops Home, his name is Dan McKnight, and he's also an Afghanistan veteran. The Channel 6 news vehicle over there. So this could be them right here. I'm not sure. Let's go find out. It's Channel 6? Yeah? Okay. Thank you. So yeah, Channel 6. I haven't seen the other. I thought there was one other news outlet possibly.
Exactly.
All right. So we're kind of almost up to the main gate here. This is.
Oh, I know. They're well, you can see the line of cars.
Where the main group of protesters is congregating. This is still an open road, so it's not blocked off. So if you do come up here and you're in the middle of the road, just realize that there are still vehicles coming in and out. So Boise PD instructing people to try and not block the So the Boise PD trying to keep the road from getting blocked up. And then here's kind of the entrance. It's getting a little more crowded. And there is a Trump 1 flag. Again, for those that didn't hear earlier, this flag was draped from... All right, so somebody's saying something about the connection. Let me come over here real quick. Is the audio cutting out, or is the video cutting out, or what do we got? Let me kind of come over here real quick. So this is the National Interagency Fire Center. Right there, you can kind of see the big sign on the building there. And again, we are told, obviously, that Joe Biden is not going to be coming down that road I just walked down, that he will fly onto the tarmac somewhere on the National or on the airport and then come in through a back way to the fire center. Boise PD stationed kind of around this area, and they've got some guys patrolling up and down the roads there. Okay. So, yes, if guys, when it's this packed and this many cell phones running around, it may cut out every now and then. That's probably going to be an issue the busier it gets. So, if it does, I apologize. Sometimes it can also be on your end, just the internet buffering, the way it goes. But as of right now, the video seems to be going okay. So, we did interview one couple that had came down from Coeur d'Alene. And we've been interviewing other protesters as we go along, just talking to them about, what brought them out today. Obviously, President Biden, is coming into town, and that's what they're protesting. But, is there anything specifically? You might be able to see, for those that can't, Ed Humphreys right there. Ed Humphreys is a Republican gubernatorial candidate who is one of, I think, 9 or 10 now candidates challenging Governor Brad Little. Governor Little has not officially announced that he is running again, but the anticipation is that he is 100% going to run again. And so, Ammon Bundy, Lieutenant Governor Janice McGeehan, Ed Humphreys, those are the 3 bigger names that I think that more people recognize. But there is also other Republican candidates that we're going to be trying to interview here in the coming months, who are also potentially challenging Governor Little. Once Governor Little announces, we'll try to interview Governor Little. But if you guys, go to our YouTube channel, you'll see we try to interview anybody from any party, no matter how much of a chance they have at winning. It's, you know, in my mind, it's not our job as media to determine who's good enough and who's not good enough and who has a chance and doesn't have a chance. You know, we think everybody deserves to know which candidates are running and what they stand for. So here's the sign, so you guys can see.
Oh, yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, right there's the sign, and then Boise PD and stuff right there.
How are you?
Good, how are you? Somebody with a cardboard cutout. The Boise PD did just come in a few minutes ago and tried to get people to back up from the road because there are vehicles still coming up this road, as you can see. So if you do come up this way, just kind of be careful.
Also, not Trump's bad.
So still wanted to see before you guys go. Do you want to try and, as best you can, do a count? Yeah. I don't know how you do that. I mean, just
too much movement. I bet you I didn't maybe 30 of the people here.
the easiest way might be to have you go down one side, you go down one side, and just as best you can. I don't know, if you don't mind. What's that? Yeah, no, that's great. I appreciate that.
They do not consent to. This is medical rape. It is force. It is unconstitutional, and it is unholy, unethical, and illegal.
Sounds like Diego Rodriguez. So anyway, yeah, when you do it, maybe on your way out, and then just text me what you think.
Such despicable orders from a Nazi-like fake president called Joe Biden. We will not consent. We do not consent. We, the people of the United States, will resist Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and all of the deep state scumbags behind them. We will be free. We will be free. We are free. We, the people of the United States of America, are free.
I thought that sounded like, that sounds like Diego.
Joe Biden, you suck. Joe Biden sucks. 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 Joe Biden sucks.
ISP here. All right, so for those that don't know, that was Diego Rodriguez. He's part of what's called the Freedom Man Pack. I thought it sounded like his voice, but I just wasn't sure. All right, so again, the Boise PD is trying to get people to not be too close to the road, just because there are people. So this is coming back away from the main entrance. There is a lot more people coming down. Representative Mike Kingsley, I can see him in the blue there. We interviewed him earlier. Seems like a big group coming up here.
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
All right, there's the wizard guy. All right, guys. So, if you guys have any questions, let me know. There's lots of protesters. They seem to be, more of them maybe moving up towards that main portion up there. Again, for those just tuning in, September 13th, it's Monday morning. Joe Biden is expected in Idaho in a couple hours, and will not be anywhere near the protest. He'll be up at the National Interagency Fire Center up there, and I am told that he is going to talk about climate change, and he's also supposed to be heading to California and Colorado as part of a Western Fires type tour. and that he's going to talk about climate change in regards to fires. Morning. How are you guys? Morning. All right, what brought you out today?
Our disdain for our communist president.
Okay. So he's supposed to come to Idaho, talk about climate change and the fires. What are your thoughts on Joe Biden or President Biden coming to Idaho?
We don't want him here. I don't really think any state in the union wants him there. We know who won the election, and it was Trump, and he needs to be reinstated. He needs to be reinstated. We are working day and night to try to have that happen.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
About climate change, if man thinks that he can actually control the climate, he's insane. If you do any research, you'll find out that the sun is having quite a few problems, and the sun is what controls our weather. So, and who created the sun? Why, it was God. And he has more power than man. So these people are just trying to con you and take you away from your beliefs in the Creator.
Okay. All right, guys.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
Thank you for all you do, Greg.
All right.
We love you. We follow you all the time.
Take care. All right. So, again, this gentleman here that has the boom lift, I had asked him, I said, did they let you set this up? And he said he just set it up. So it does seem like the protesters aren't as thick down here as they were previously, possibly, because it does seem like there's a lot more that have come up to the main gate of the National Interagency Fire Center. All right, so
Idaho Dispatch.
yeah,
HFI is in the house.
Health Freedom Idaho. So what brought you guys out here today?
Oh, well, did you hear the big announcement from Sleepy Joe?
No, I didn't. What's his big announcement?
He's saying that people who have businesses with over 100 employees are supposed to require the
okay.
vaccine.
I thought you were talking about like he's not showing up or something.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. I thought that was really perfect timing because it really brought out the masses. We're not going to comply. It's time to defy. Yeah, that's right.
Amen, sister.
All right. So is that your main, when he made the speech and said businesses with over 100 employees have to get vaccinated or tested weekly? What were your thoughts when that was happening?
I was like, well, I won't say exactly what I was saying to the screen as he was talking.
4-letter words.
Yeah, there was a lot of 4-letter words and just saying I'm not going to do it. And Idaho should not comply. We're a sovereign state and we have sovereign bodies and he doesn't get to dictate what we put into our bodies or what Idaho employers do in their businesses. That's not his role. And in fact, you said he lit the Constitution on fire. That's what he did.
Yeah, he literally did. Bodily autonomy, our right to our body, our right to run our business as we see fit. The Constitution, he's setting it on fire.
Time to defy.
Absolutely not going to comply.
Nope.
And we're
Nobody in
telling
Idaho
that.
should comply. It only works if you comply. So stop complying.
That's right. And also get out of Idaho. You're not welcome here.
Seriously.
Yeah.
We don't want your kind, Pedo Joe.
Nope.
Bye.
All right,
Bye.
guys, thank you. Appreciate your time.
That was great.
All right, so for those that don't know, that was, Health Freedom Idaho, Misty Karlfeld and Sarah Ann from Health Freedom Idaho. All right, some more shirts that people are selling. Again, lots of F Joe Biden flags and Trump 2020 flags, and so this is about as far down as it goes as far as the protesters on this side. So for those that don't know where we're at, that is the airport, straight down there, okay? Right down there, that is the airport. The Best Western Inn, the airport inn right here, and then the Denny's. And so if you get to where the Copper Kitchen is, you just turn right after the Copper Kitchen. Again, I wouldn't take your vehicle down the road just because it's kind of packed. But when you park, and if you're trying to find where the main gate is, that's where it is. So, all right. So let's see. You got go home, Joe. Take Brad with you. So what brought you out the most today? Out of every reason that you came out, what makes you want to protest President Joe Biden the most?
He's trying to act like a dictator.
Okay.
And he should have never been in office.
Okay. That it?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate your time. The Idaho Dispatch.
Idaho Dispatch.
Yeah, so the independent journalism.
Oh.
So we're not with any of the mainstream media. Just try to let people know both sides of the story, and
totally
so.
Get that. I totally respect that.
So,
yeah.
okay, yeah,
We'll
you can just look it up.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Good luck.
All right. Lots of signs here. I'm not sure if you can see them because of the sun. What's that?
I said it's the fake Joe Biden.
All right, Trader Joe's. Excuse me. So there are. Try and
My body, my choice.
get around to the other corner here so you guys can see where the other folks are. Just got to watch out for people turning. Quite a few. So yeah, if you come down here, just be careful. There are vehicles still coming up the road. The road is not blocked off because President Biden is not going to be coming in this area. He's going to be landing at the airport and then going through a back entrance to the whole thing. What do you got? How to prevent a dingleberry, drop a Pelosi in the Kamala commode, then wipe off all the shift.
Also, when you're sitting on your Kamala commode, biding your time, dropping the Pelosi, don't forget to wipe off this shit. Search for the turds.
All right, thank you. Oh, excuse me. So, okay, so there's that guy is a reporter with the Idaho Statesman. So I've seen Channel 6 and the Idaho Statesman. I'm not sure who else has shown up from the mainstream media. There probably are other journalists here. I thought I saw one other camera earlier. All right, trying not to get ran over here. So protesters have kind of moved down this way a tad. There are some people down here as well that have gathered, but that's about it. And then we just keep, every time I've come down here, you kind of keep seeing people coming from up the road down there. All right, so we appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to keep going for a little while here. But if you guys wouldn't mind supporting Idaho Dispatch and all the work that we're trying to do to, again, our goal is to just cover whatever is happening politically in the state, let both sides tell their story. Whatever my personal bias is, I of course have my own bias, but I do everything in my power to not put that in the news articles that I write. We do have op-eds, and clearly the people that submit op-eds, we're not making those unbiased, but our articles where the Idaho Dispatch writes them, we do our best to just tell you guys both sides of the story. I did find a couple friends who are hopefully on their way out here shortly going to try and do a count. It'd be really tough. I would say definitely over 1,000 at this point, and I don't know, what time is it? It's after 10, so I would think that it's probably going to peak. I have seen a few people leaving. Some more folks over there are leaving, so I think some people are leaving, and so yeah, we'll see what kind of count that we can get out of it all, but quite a few people for sure. How are you? Good. How are you? Good. All right, so we're gonna head back up to the main area here. Again, the only representative I've seen is Representative Mike Kingsley. I was told Representative Tammy Nichols is here somewhere, or was supposed to be, but I haven't seen her yet. And we did interview Ed Humphreys, the Republican gubernatorial candidate, and we've interviewed a number of protesters. We did interview one guy who promoted assassination. Would not be surprised if he gets a visit from the Secret Service. So this is the main road leading up to the fire center. You might not be able to tell. Where are we at? That's the gate right there. That's where we're headed. Boise PD's got a number of people on patrol.
DoorDash and Venmo.
Morning. So we're gonna keep
Church.com will be up and running next week.
head up this direction. Again, we have looked and tried to find any pro-Biden folks that are here, but I haven't seen anything. Oh no, that's out Biden or something. So that's in the back of somebody's vehicle. This is Channel 6 News right here. Alright, so you can't hear, that's Diego Rodriguez from Freedom and Pack has a recording. Oh, sorry, I'm going to walk through.
From Idaho?
Alright, I'm going to try and go around here. So we're going to head back up towards the front so you guys can see where the main crowd is. And very crowded. The roads are not blocked. BPD has tried to get people to stay back away from the road just because there's traffic still coming up through here. So. Get around here. So there's a big Trump One flag up here, and that flag was flown.
Idaho Dispatch, you're going to rock us and report correctly.
Absolutely. Yeah, we record the news. That's all we're supposed to do. So. So the Boise PD is pushing people back from the center of the road. Come back up here. You may cut out here just a tad. How are you?
Good, how about yourself?
Good, just live streaming for the Dispatch. So this has quite a few people up here now. But yeah, they did display this flag from Boise State Stadium on Friday, I believe, at the game. The guy told me. So to Wayne Pisty, sorry, I can't, it's hard to see out here. I haven't seen the Biden supporters, if there are any. I've looked, and if somebody sees them and I just don't see them, let me know, and I will try to interview them. I just haven't seen any yet. Oh. So more Boise PD coming through. Yeah, we're all down there, so I'm not sure what they are doing. Anyway, so this is, for those that can't see, this is the National Interagency Fire Center, and that is where President Biden will be going. In fact, I wonder if I can walk down there farther. I don't know if they'll let me. I'm going to go find out so I don't end up getting arrested. Because I'm not sure. I mean, I don't see any reason I can't walk down that road, but quick question. So I'm just recording for the Dispatch. Can I walk down this road? Is that okay?
No, you cannot.
No, it's blocked? Or okay. I just didn't see anybody. I didn't know how far down we could go.
You'll be addressed and told to go back, so just don't.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. Appreciate it. Hey.
What's happening, brother?
I was just recording for the Dispatch, so.
Are you broadcasting live?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So they said he's going to land over here somewhere?
Yeah, he'll land in the airport and walk through a back entrance or something.
He's not going to see any of this, obviously, right?
No. Yeah.
We can make a big stink.
No. I don't think nobody's coming through this way.
Imagine so. But this is where it's at. The Inner Fire Agency is where?
This is big building right here with the
that one?
Behind the trees there. Yeah. So hey, you want to do an interview?
Sure.
This is Diego Rodriguez.
What's up, peeps?
All right. Tell everybody who you're with and what you're doing, and that was your recording that everybody heard earlier.
It was our recording. That's from Freedom Man. So, we got cops behind us. Look like chips. Yeah, this is Diego from Freedom Man. Go to freedomman.org. We have a political action committee. We're here promoting conservatism. We're here supporting everybody who realizes Joe Biden's a fraud, that he's a liar, that he's a cheat, and that he's a criminal. And everybody needs to know that he's not welcome here in Idaho, even though him and non-binary Brad are best buddies. Nevertheless, we don't want him around.
All right, sounds
That's it.
good. Appreciate it.
Likewise, brother. Take care.
Okay, well, I was going to go down that road there because it's open. It's an open road, but they said if I went down there, they'd turn me around. So we'll avoid that. I was going to try and get a little closer, but for those that can't see, that big building right there, that is the National Interagency Fire Center. You can kind of see the first word on there. And that is where President Biden will be coming sometime in the future here. Let's see, what time is it? 10:19. So we still got a while before he gets there. And that's your flag? All right. So yeah, lots of flags out here, a lot of pro-Trump flags, a lot of F Joe Biden flags, and give me a second here. I'm going to try and get my battery hooked up here. But we appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. What time's he coming in? So the estimate, it's the president, so they kind of do whatever they want, but the estimate is sometime around 11:50 that he will show up, and so we're not entirely sure, but it's going to be a little while still. 11:50 is when he's supposed to arrive in Boise, and then who knows how long after that it takes to get to where he's going. Again, the anticipation is he's going to go to the airport, and that from the airport he's just going to walk through some sort of back entrance or go to some back entrance back there, and that'll be that, and that's as far as he's going to go. So I'm going to try and get my battery plugged in here. But we appreciate you guys tuning in, trying to bring you coverage of what's happening today. That's our goal, and we hope that you guys appreciate the work of the Idaho Dispatch. If you don't read the articles, we'd love for you guys to read our actual news articles, again, different from an op-ed. And just, sorry, I'm plugging in my battery there. Make sure we're good. Yeah, so I would, if you guys don't mind, go to idaho.com/subscribe. And for, $2.97 a month, you can come down and support, or you can support independent journalism that's not mainstream media. So we're not a part of any media outlet. We are our own independent thing, and that's kind of the way we like it. So there is quite a few more Boise PD that has shown up now, and they've been trying to move people back because as the crowd is getting larger and larger, well, they're not blocking the road, and so cars are kind of struggling to get up the road a little bit. But we're gonna head back down. We'll walk down, check out the crowd again. Maybe try to interview a few more folks. Ideally not by where the music is playing because it's kind of hard to hear. Oh, excuse me. So there's Boise PD again, trying to keep people just pushed back. Typically on these types of events with this many people, it's they'll block off roads, but I honestly don't know where this road goes. I mean, it goes there, but then it goes around that direction, and so just tripped over somebody there. So yeah, again, I don't have a crowd count. We do have somebody that is a couple people that are going to go up and down both sides of this. Which crew are you with?
Channel 7.
7? Okay. So this is KTVB right here. But if I had to guess, over 1,000 people. I don't know. Hey, Dan, have you done a crowd count at all? You got anybody doing it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it'd be a little rough.
17,000. How's that? I don't know, $5,000.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. So
I don't know. I'll ask Ed. I'm sure he's counted, or sent one of his Stepford wives out to do it.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, no, we don't have a crowd count yet. All All right, so it's Channel 6 News right here. And again, if there are any pro-Biden folks, I would love to interview them, but I haven't seen any. Oh, sorry, excuse me. All right. Yeah, so Biden is expected to be here just for a couple hours in Idaho and then off to California and then to Colorado. We were also told that part of his trip is for campaigning for Governor Gavin Newsom of California, who's facing a recall. And so we were told that part of why he's coming out this direction is to support him. How's it going? Good. All right, so this is again heading back down towards the main intersection where you'd come up. You trying?
I got 1,200 once and 1,500 once. So
okay. That's what I thought. Over 1,000 for sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There were like 600 just up there, like right in the.
Okay.
Well, I'm here.
Awesome. Thanks. All right. So what brings you out today the most? Out of every reason that you're coming out here to protest, what's the biggest one?
The biggest one, well, I want Joe Biden to know that he's not welcome here. He needs to know there needs to be a huge turnout resisting him, the fact that he's here, everything he's doing, all the decisions he's making, which we knew he was going to make. And those who did vote for him as well need to see it with the opposition. But probably another big one is the fact that people need to know they aren't alone. Like, we're all out here, we're still here, we're still fighting. So yeah, quite a few reasons, but the biggest one, I think we just need to show a huge force against what our president's doing.
Okay, so your sign here, forced vaccines or medical rape, Joe Biden, we do not consent. And what was your thought on his speech the other day when he was saying that employers with 100 or more people?
Well, it was despicable, but I can't say I'm surprised. I just hope that people stop complying, because it took this long for many people to wake up, and now the nurses, the medical community is starting to wake up. But the sad and unfortunate part is that it's sort of too late, because the time for non-compliance was immediately, right at the start of 2020, right at the start of the lockdowns. And the only way to end this is non-compliance. It'll never end if people keep complying. So I just hope people stop, people say no, and that people push back big time.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Thank you for being here.
Yep. All right. So, got my cords tangled up here. 1 second. There we go. All right. Again, we got a guy with the boom lift up here. He's got the U.S. flag upside down. We talked to him earlier. Said he was doing it because the nation is in distress. Still not seeing Representative Tammy Nichols. If she is here, we've talked to gubernatorial candidate Ed Humphreys. We've talked to the Health Freedom Idaho folks, a number of other protesters we've also talked to. And so now we are just kind of trying to see what else we got here. Again, lots of F. Joe Biden flags. Sorry, I thought I spotted another representative for a second, but it's not. So, yeah, lots of F. Joe Biden flags. And we've got more folks that are still kind of coming in. So I did get an unofficial count from a couple people that said somewhere in the range of 12 to 1,500, which again, based on walking through, is definitely right. So possibly more. All right. So as far as the mainstream media goes, we have seen that KTVB and Idaho Statesman, Channel 6 News, and I think there was one other one. Sorry, excuse me. Trying to cross the road here again. Boise PD has been moving people back, so if you do come, they're trying to get people to stay out of the road because they have not walked off this road. It is an open road. So if you got little ones and stuff that you bring down here, be sure to kind of watch out. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. So there is a couple tents here. I'm not sure who's. This is libertygear.us. I don't know if that's a group or just the website. But lots of people here. They've been here for quite a while.
You soft, you're making us look weak. Fuck Biden, always looking like a pedophile.
So, all right. So we got quite a few, almost 800 people on now. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. My name is Greg Pruitt with Idaho Dispatch. And we are here. President Biden is expected here in Idaho in about an hour and a half or so. And so there are a number of groups and people that wanted to do protests today. And so, okay, I gotta go see what this flag is. And so I have tried to find pro-Biden folks. I don't see any pro-Biden folks here. Maybe they're at another place and I don't know. But we are expecting President Biden in a couple hours, but he is not going to be. So you'll see me. I'll be going up and down the motorcade, or excuse me, up and down the street where the motorcade will not be going. We are told that he will land at the airport, that direction somewhere, and that he will come into the National Interagency Fire Center, which is up there where we just came from, and that he will not be driving through this road. I mean, if they were going to do it, typically the whole road would be blocked off. There'd be no cars. There'd be ropes and stuff, and a whole bunch of police and security keeping the motorcade from coming. So now people were asking yesterday. There was video that had leaked on YouTube, or excuse me, on Twitter, of a presidential motorcade leaving Boise State Stadium, which, I mean, there's a variety of reasons that could have been a possibility. The odds are, again, this is just speculation because we don't know, but the odds are that it was a dry run. They were just doing some practicing. If he's going to land at the airport pretty close to the National Interagency Fire Center, I'm not sure why he would need the motorcade at that point, unless they're going to do a motorcade from wherever he lands to right there, but we're not sure. So anyway, so here's where part of the protesters are. Most of them are up towards the gate, and we'll try to show you guys. So a lot of people parked down that direction somewhere and have just walked a really long ways, because I got here at 8:30 and the parking was already pretty busy. How are you guys? Good, how are you? Yeah, just streaming for the Dispatch, so. What's that?
We'll leave you to it.
All right, sounds good. All right, so for those who don't know, we're the Idaho Dispatch. We are not a part of any mainstream media. We try to do our best just to do news the way that I think most Americans want news, which is tell both sides of the story and then let the people decide for themselves what they want to believe and understand from whatever facts that we are able to provide you guys. So I've been trying to find some Joe Biden supporters. I've been unsuccessful so far. Just have not been able to find any yet that I'm aware of. Quite a few Boise PD here. So if you do come down, that's the Denny's right there. And then oh, sorry. Excuse me. You okay? Okay. So, yeah, the Denny's, there's the Airport Inn. This is the Best Western. This is the Copper Kitchen. Right here. There might be some Biden supporters. She just said F Donald Trump. I wonder if she would do an interview. So, anyway, then you can come up this road here. Come up this road here, and then you'll go straight up to the gate. But are you guys for President Biden? Do you want to do an interview? What's that?
I don't fuck with either of them.
Oh, okay.
They're both trash.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so I guess that's not a pro-Biden person. She said F Donald Trump and said she doesn't support either of them. So again, I've still not found any pro-Biden folks. If there are, Boise PD, again, kind of going up and down here, trying to keep people from
I haven't been down there yet.
blocking the road. So if you do come, try to stay off to the side. All right. Not sure who this is, but if they have all the Boise PD here kind of stopping people, so I'm not really sure what's happening. So yeah, anyway, people kind of marching up and down the road here. All right, we've got 900 watching online so far. All right, yeah. Well, I appreciate you trying to get a count the best you can. That's kind of hard, but have you seen? Is Representative Nichols here?
I have not
seen
I
okay.
haven't seen her. I did see Sarah and Misty.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you see Representative Nichols, let her know I'm going to try and interview her. So.
Well, you're easy to find. Just going to pull up your live feed. You can see where you're at.
That's true. That's true. So, again, all right, this is the Ed Humphreys campaign right here.
Can you clear all the road,
sorry.
please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was trying.
That was good. We didn't want to
So,
get interrupted.
oh, excuse me. How are you? Anyway, that was the Ed Humphreys campaign, and then try to stay off to the side here the best I can as I'm moving around people. For those that don't know, this is the Bring Our Troops Home display. These are the 13, according to the people that put on display, these are the 13 individuals who were killed in Afghanistan recently in the terrorist attack there.
And
So we're trying to, traffic moving very, very slow through here because it's just getting more and more crowded. Just gonna keep moving up this way. Anyway, so we're gonna head up towards where the main group of people is. All right, what brought you guys out here today the most? Who wants to interview? Somebody got to interview.
Sarah will talk. We believe in our freedom.
Okay.
And we're not happy with the choice of president.
Okay. So you've got a needle on your sign. What are your thoughts on President Biden's speech that he gave the other day, talking about employers and vaccine mandates?
I think it's tyrannical. I think that he's an elected official and he's overstepped. We have the freedom of choice in our bodies, and it's just not okay. And it's not fair to the business owners either.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Just want to look at your sign there. So what brings you out here today?
I'm out here to welcome our lovely president.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So what were your thoughts on his speech the other day about the vaccinations and COVID-19? And
Yeah, I don't think we're the problem. I think it's a leftist, making things bigger than they are. I mean, I've had people who've gotten COVID and they seem more sick when they get the flu. So I mean, I'm really not afraid of it. I don't think any of us are. We're against vaccines. We're against tyranny. So that's where I stand.
All right, thank you.
I give him a lot.
All right, so then there's a vehicle over here with a couple of Hummers, or maybe one. I'll show you the front of this Humvee for those that didn't see it earlier.
Hey, Greg.
How are you?
Saw you live. You got prompted me to get on down.
No, we're still live, so.
Right on, man.
Thank you.
I'll say a bad word, but.
Well, there's been plenty of them. I'll show you this Humvee right here. It says a non-Taliban Humvee. So for those that are tuning in and have no idea where we're at, we are in Boise, Idaho, near the airport, where there are a lot of protesters that have shown up currently protesting Joe Biden, and he is visiting Idaho. He is coming into town in a couple hours to the National Interagency Fire Center, which is...
Yeah, I was real careful they didn't take it away from me so I could use it today.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey.
Hello. Hey. So, everybody, this is Representative Tammy Nichols.
Hi.
From District 11.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, what brings you out here today?
Well, I'm out here because, for one, I want to support everybody that's coming out today. And for two, we want to send a message to President Biden as well as to Governor Little that the people have had enough and we want our rights protected and enough of these mandates and all the other things that they're trying to implement on the citizens of Idaho and the United States.
Okay, and so which area of the state does your district cover?
So I am in Canyon County. Rural Canyon County, so I take in like Middleton and Notice, Melba, Parma, Greenleaf Wilder.
And are you one of the representatives that will be meeting on Wednesday at the Capitol?
I am. I'm so excited. We need to get as many people down there. It's open to the public. We'll be meeting at noon on the Capitol steps to do a press announcement. And then we need everyone to call their representatives and tell them that we need to have them down there to join with us to help facilitate this issue. We need to protect the people of Idaho. We need to protect their rights, and the legislature needs to be able to facilitate that.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Have a great day. Come on down. We'll be here till probably at least 2 o'clock, I'm guessing. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how long we'll be here.
But anyway, it's a great turnout. Thanks for everybody that has shown up and for your support.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. So that was Representative Tammy Nichols out of District 11. And so we do have people that have kind of moved down this road a little bit more. For those that can't see, back there, right there is where the National Interagency Fire Center is. We'll go kind of check out the sign here. So this is the sign right here. And so there is a gate, so you can't just go in. So there's a gate there, and then he's supposed to land at the airport somewhere and then drive somewhere from the tarmac to the back end. Okay, sorry, I had to get away from the megaphone there. It was too loud. This sign here, this flag, excuse me, the owner told us he was the one at the Boise State football game. So if you go onto Twitter and you do Boise State Trump flag, you'll probably see it. I think it went viral. They had draped it from one of the balconies, and eventually the BSU came and said you need to take it down or whatever. Sorry, thought somebody had a question there. So yeah, this is. We don't have the best rough estimate that we have was somewhere between 12 and 1,500 people. Could be more than that now, based on when he went through last. So maybe closing in on a couple thousand. But Boise PD is continuing to try and move protesters back. So I have not seen any pro-Biden folks. We did.
Thank you for all you do, sir.
We did. Hey, buddy.
I'm sure she's
Hi.
probably at the fire agency.
We did talk to one person. There's Ryan Davidson, the Ada County Commissioner, one of the Ada County Commissioners. We did talk to one gal who said F Trump, but she also doesn't like Biden. So.
Yeah, because it was for Treasure Valley Partnership, which is theirs.
They had a District 20 Democrat.
You want to do a quick interview?
Real quick.
Okay, so this is Republican Commissioner for Ada County, Ryan Davidson. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Good. So what brings you out here, and what do you think about the protest?
Well, I'm just here to be a part of, I think it's really an American tradition of protesting the president when he comes to visit your town, whether you're Republican or Democrat. It's one of those just parts of the American democratic process that I'm here to take part of.
Okay. All right. So how's it been? You've been a commissioner for only a few months, I guess. I don't know how long it's been technically, but what is it like being a commissioner in the largest populated county in the state?
It's been great, frustrating at times, but we managed to accomplish some good things that otherwise would have happened if the Democrats had still controlled Ada County, so I'm proud of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
We'll see you. So that was, for those who don't know, Ryan Davidson. He is a Republican commissioner from Ada County. And for those that are tuning in that are not from Idaho, Ada County is where Boise is. That is the largest populated county in the state. So there are protesters kind of lined up and down the streets here. Boise PD is still working at the front. So now what we're doing is we're walking away from the main protest just to kind of walk back down and kind of see what's going on down here. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. And how are you guys? So yeah, our goal is to kind of keep coverage going, let you guys know what is happening on the street down here, and Boise PD kind of up and down the street trying to keep people off to the sides. Some people have asked about Biden supporters. I haven't seen any yet. If they are here and somebody knows, please let me know. I'd love to. I did try to interview that one girl that said F Trump, but then she said she didn't like Joe Biden either. So if there are some here and people know where they are, try to let me know the best you can. Again, my name is Greg Pro with Idaho Dispatch. If you guys can support us and independent journalism, you know, we are not part of the mainstream media. Despite whatever my personal biases are, I try to give you guys both sides of the story and leave out my own personal bias. That's been my goal from the beginning and when we started the Idaho Dispatch. But the only way that we can keep this going is by you guys supporting us. So if you can go to idahoddispatch.com/subscribe. For as little as $2.97 a month, you can support our efforts. We'd love to have you guys on board. You can also do a one-time donation if you just want to pitch in a little bit to help us out. We are still looking to get our first vehicle purchased so we can make trips across the state of Idaho. But you know, that all costs money, and we'd love to also eventually get enough money coming in to pay some additional reporters to help me out, because I'm, you know, kind of do it all on my own right now. so we're down here today, September 13th, and Joe Biden is expected here in Idaho shortly. And once he lands, then he will be here for just a little bit, and then he'll head out. There's a boom lift here, an aerial lift. So, hey, how are you? It's live streaming for the Dispatch. No, he's gonna land at the airport and go in the back door. Yeah. So, yeah, we're down here in Boise. This is the Airport Inn. There's the Denny's here. So this is Airport Way and I believe Vista Avenue that we are going down currently. And then I'll kind of show you where the airport is. The airport's large, but the main terminal is right down there if you can't see it. It's right down there. So there are people kind of coming and going now. We had an estimate of 1,200 to 1,500. I would guess it's probably definitely pushing 2,000 now, maybe a little bit more, based on just walking up and down this a few times. I would say probably a couple thousand have shown up so far. So we're just going to kind of keep going, but lots of different signs and flags. A lot of the flags are F Joe Biden flags plus some pro-Trump flags. And then just a lot of other signs about a variety of things, such as vaccines, people upset about the soldiers, the service members that were killed. They're upset about that, and so we keep trying to find some pro-Joe Biden folks so we could talk to them, but we haven't been able to find any yet. So look at your sign. All right. So what brings you guys out here the most today?
This one right here.
That one? Okay. So is that a response?
It's not just for abortion.
Is that a response to his speech the other day?
Yeah, his mandate on vaccines.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think about, he said in there, they either have to get a vaccine or they have to get tested weekly?
I think that is infringing upon our rights. 100%.
Okay. So any other reasons you guys are out here today?
Well, just for freedom of speech. That's all right?
Okay.
Before they take it out away too.
Okay. All right. Do you know if is there any pro-Biden folks?
I think one drove that way.
Okay. I didn't know. I was trying to interview as many people as I can. So, okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So again, there are some people that are kind of up and down each of the sidewalks, but this is the main intersection here. Denny's right there. Sorry, Denny's right there. There's the Airport Inn, the Copper Kitchen, and so if you're wanting to join the protesters, you would come there. The police are kind of not letting people come up this road now, it looks like, vehicle-wise, unless they absolutely have to. And so if you do come up, they're trying to keep people off to the side of the road. Sorry. They are trying to keep people. All right, so no New World Order. Is that what brought you out here today?
Everything brought me out here today. Our freedoms, fighting for what we believe in, no dictatorship in America. 1776 was the day that our country came into play, and you know what? We're not going down without a fight. We're not being rammed by a fucking dictator. We're not doing this. Not here in Idaho, and that's for damn sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, protesters kind of up and down the street here a little bit. Most of them have amassed at the main gate.
Compared to Max Allen.
And so if you're just curious, there are, we have seen a couple mainstream media outlets, Channel 7 and Channel 6 have shown up. I saw an Idaho Statesman reporter earlier. Oh, there he is over there. Another guy that I'm pretty sure was a reporter, but I couldn't remember where he was from. So again, the police trying to keep people out of the main part of the road here. So I'm gonna try and walk up the side, and it is a little crowded once you get up into the main area. How are you?
Good.
Good. So people for Ed Humphrey's campaign, other people we've seen with Priscilla Giddings.
Okay.
paraphernalia. There's Representative Tammy Nichols again.
Hey, there's somebody we know.
How's it going? Just move off to the side here a little bit more. Hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. Kind of moving around. Again, the Boise, there are vehicles still coming up. This is a Bring Our Troops Home display that has been set up. The guy that runs that, Dan McKnight, we interviewed him earlier. You'll have to go back and watch that. He put together that. He's an Afghanistan veteran, and the 13 faces that you can see there. For any reason you guys can't hear me, let me know, because it's going to get a little louder. The 13 people pictured there are they said the 13 people that were killed in the Afghanistan terrorist attack a few weeks ago. And so they have those on display. When we talked to Dan earlier, he said he was excited about getting out, but he just thought the way that they got out was really, really terrible. I think I'll get. How are you? Good, just streaming for the dispatch. So, yeah.
I was watching it this morning.
Oh, were you? Okay. All right. It was good seeing you.
I know, you too. Take care.
So, there's the dog. Everybody liked your dog.
That's Zena.
Zena?
She's a good girl.
Hi, Zena. How are you?
She's got pink nails.
Does she?
Prettiest girl in town.
All right. Hi. All right. It's getting warm out. Phew. All right. I'm going to kind of...
He is a pawn who is used as the face of the
all right. Hey, look, we're almost at 1,000.
On the American people.
Almost at 1,000 people. Oh, there we go. We just hit 1,000 people on the stream. So thank you guys for sharing. Diego Rodriguez, you can kind of see him over there, the hat on, walking this way.
And they repeat it over and over and over again like parrots, high on crack, stuck on repeat, and who lack the intellectual honesty to learn the.
So this is the main gate here we're coming up to. The main intersection. So this is the main intersection here. And again, police trying to keep people moved back from the road because the road is still active. They have not turned it off. Shut it down. So there's the big Trump 1 flag that was at the BSU Stadium the other day. Again, if you go on Twitter and in the search and type BSU flag or BSU football game, Trump 1, you'll see it. And they had draped it from the balcony. And so Biden is supposed to arrive. His manifest says at 11:50, but we don't know if he's not going to come down this road through all these protesters. They are going to fly him in that direction, which is National Interagency Fire Center's right here. Okay, that building back there. The airport tarmac is behind all the way back there. So he's going to land, and he might take a motorcade from his plane to wherever the entrance is to the National Interagency Fire Center. So, got an old army truck here, and then, well, you can't say it right now. It says non-Taliban vehicle, I think, or Hummer. I can't remember. There's a truck with a Confederate flag on it. I'm going to try and get closer, but might not be able to hear me.
Machine guns. Joe Biden gave the Taliban over 22,000 Humvees. Joe Biden gave the Taliban 634 M11-17 armored vehicles. Joe Biden gave the Taliban 155 mine-proof vehicles. Joe Biden gave the Taliban over 160 tanks. Joe Biden gave the Taliban over 42,000 trucks and SUVs.
That's Diego Rodriguez's recorded voice. We interviewed him earlier as well.
Joe Biden gave the Taliban over 16,000.
So again, on crowd estimate, it's really hard, obviously, with these types of events, especially where people are moving around a lot. But we estimate somewhere in the range of maybe 2,000 now. We had some people that walked through earlier that said 12 to 1,500, and there's definitely been a lot more that have shown up since that count. So yeah, we are. I should even know what this is right here. This building.
Who is now in charge of one of the most sophisticated military arsenals.
There's a post office right there. That might be where a lot of people are going, is the post office. So.
Immediately, the Taliban began to use our equipment.
President Biden is expected to come into the National Interagency Fire Center, and his goal, we are told, is to talk about climate change. And once he's done here, after a few minutes, then we're told he's heading off to California. California is going to do some more wildfire stuff, we were told, and that he's also going to be doing kind of a stop for Governor Gavin Newsom of California, who is being recalled.
Because of the tools of death that Joe Biden gave to the terrorist organization.
Let's give you guys a quick look.
13 American servicemen recently were killed because of Joe Biden. Joe Biden
Go through the crowd
He
here.
should be locked in prison forever. Shame on you, Joe Biden, and shame on everyone who voted for Joe Biden. Even though in the true election with true ballots and true voting, Joe Biden
Go out to the front of the crowd here.
there were still millions of ignorant Americans who did vote for him. Every one of you who voted for Joe Biden, these deaths are on you. You are likewise responsible for arming the Taliban.
Go around here.
Gotcha.
Trying to stay out of the way. They got more cars coming, so sorry. I'm not sure who they were booing. So yeah, here's the main entrance here. President Biden will not be coming through this. They are going to take him onto the tarmac, back that direction, and then he'll kind of go in through a back gate or entrance of some kind, I assume. So I believe this is Channel 7 News right here. All right, again, the road is kind of getting blocked off here. The Boise police have been moving people. There is a phallic cardboard cutout that somebody has. So anyway, yeah, people here at the main entrance here, and we're going to try and walk down maybe a little bit and show you guys the crowd from both sides, but it is going to be pretty tough. That was Representative Ilana Rubel. So that was Representative Ilana Rubel. She is the House Minority Leader. Oh, Representative Brooke Green.
Mr. Pruitt, 2 steps back, thank you.
Thank you. Representative Brooke Green is right there.
Keep the crowd in. Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, well, that Boise officer knew my name. I'm not really sure how, but he did, so. Alright, so I'm going to try and get around here, try and stay out of the road, but also give you guys the crowd. Thanks.
Joe Biden sucks! Joe Biden sucks!
Joe dispatch!
Alright.
Today, so super excited. Yeah. What are you going to go with?
So we're just going to stay out of the middle of the road. I'll show you guys the crowds on both sides here. How are you guys? I'm getting a phone call from Scam Likely, so you know how much everybody loves those Scam Likely phone calls. Should we get your sign there? How are you guys? Good. Want to do an interview real quick with Idaho Dispatch?
What's that?
Oh, just what brought you out here today the most?
I just want to preserve the rights of Idahoans. The government's overreaching. Seems like all areas of our life right now. So
okay,
just out here to speak on it. I don't want to be one of the people that just hides, right? You want to. I don't know if it'll make a difference, but I'm going to give it all I got to preserve my freedom and yours.
Okay. Are you a veteran?
Yes.
I saw your hat. Okay. So where did you serve?
I served in the 14th Marines and the Abraham Lincoln in the Navy. I was in 2 different services.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Appreciate your time. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
All right. And who are you? I know, right?
I'm Greg Pruitt with Idaho Dispatch.
Greg Pruitt.
So, yeah, independent journalism.
Yeah, you live in Rigby.
Hey, you gotta subscribe to his channel.
Yeah.
Huh?
Subscribe to his channel. It's real news.
Yeah, but Greg, I need to talk to you.
Okay. Well, we're live streaming right now, so we'll catch up later.
I need to talk to you.
Okay.
Where's everybody else with this shit?
That's a good ball.
Alright, so some bikers. Alright, stay out of the way here. Hey, how are you guys? Good. Alright. Beer, bacon, guns, and freedom?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so why are you out here today?
Man, we've got to get Biden out of Idaho.
Okay.
He can't be here. Not allowed here.
Yeah? How come?
He ain't doing what he needs to be doing, man. He's got to go. We need to impeach him. He needs to get out of here.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
All right. Thank you. How are you? Good. Hey, is there any pro-Biden people somewhere?
I don't know. I think they'd be afraid to show their head. I haven't seen anything.
There was only one gal, and she said F Trump, and so I said, hey, would you like to interview? And she's like, I don't like Biden either, F both of them. And I thought, okay.
Okay.
I guess, yeah. So, all right. So, yeah, a lot of different protesters out here. I'm not really sure. It looks like somebody's doing a magic show. Yeah, you going to do it?
See an example of that?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Lots of different stuff out here today, so.
3 balls. I have here 3 cups. Put a ball on a cup like this. See ya. Magic move. Ball goes right through the cup down to the table. A lot of people don't believe that the first time they see it, so let's do it again here. I've got more balls. Put that ball on there. Magic move. That ball goes down, joins its partner at the table. Got 3 balls. Let's do it 3 times. One right there. Just like that. All 3 balls down at the table. People think there's a hole in the cup, but that's not the case. It's just absolute magic, and I can make it twice as good by using twice as many balls. Use 2 balls. Put them on there just like that. Magic move. Both balls go through both cups down. Wait.
That's what the press will focus on right
Okay, I know how I messed up. If I have 2 balls, I need to do 2 magic moves, and I only did 1 magic move. So I lost the ball, but I can recover here. We got 1 ball here. We got 1 ball here. 2 balls, 2 magic moves. 1, 2, both balls now go through both cups, and there we go. Both balls back on the table. Now, before I told you some people think there's a hole in the cup and it just drops down to the table. I'm going to dispel that myth right now by covering this up. Ball goes from there sideways over to here. Pretty cool, huh? If you like that one, I need that 3rd ball back, and I'll show you the most amazing one where I put this ball in my pocket, and then it goes sideways from my pocket up to the table. There you go. 3 balls, 3 cups. That is magic at its finest.
All right. Well done, sir. Appreciate that.
You bet. See you later.
All right. Yeah, you too. All right. Well, I guess you guys didn't know you're getting a magic show at the protest either. So again, more protesters kind of coming and going. And
this guy's good. He's our best reporting agent.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, he's 2A, Idaho Dispatch.
Idaho Dispatch, yep. Check us out. So we just try to tell both sides of the story. I try to leave out all my bias and let you guys decide whatever you want to believe. So.
Give me how much you want for
We're getting,
oh, really?
Yeah, we're getting jammed right now.
Oh, I got 1,000 people on right now, so
good.
guess we're still going.
Is yours a Android?
Yeah. Might be it, I guess. I don't know. So, yeah. So the Boise PD has had guys down here for quite a while. There weren't very many of them, but I think as the road was getting blocked more and more, they kind of brought some people out. There is a guy with an aerial lift here, and he said he just set it up and didn't really ask permission to set it up, and he's got an F Biden flag, a Don't Tread on Me flag, and the American flag upside down. All right, so we kind of move around here. So there are, again, the crowd in some areas has either thinned out because they've left, or they've definitely a lot more of them up at the front by the gate. And I have not seen.
How far side is that again?
Vaccine Schmaxine, I think that says.
We started homeschooling our kids years ago.
So some more reporters there. I wanted to see who they were with. But again, our goal here is to just kind of give you guys coverage, show you what's happening, and we, again, haven't been able to find any pro-Biden folks, and they may be somewhere else completely. We're not really sure. The only person that came that said something was one gal who said F Trump, and so I kind of went and found her before she got too far away and asked her if she wanted to interview or if she was a supporter of Biden's, and she said she doesn't support either of them. So we have still not yet found. If there is another protest somewhere, somebody let me know. Somebody let me know what's going on and where they might be. So I appreciate you guys all tuning in, and I hope you guys will support the Idaho Dispatch at idahodispatch.com/subscribe. We'd love to have you guys support us with either a one-time donation or a monthly subscription, which you can do for as little as $2.97 a month. You know, a lot of people complain about the mainstream media. Boise PD still trying to move people back. A lot of people complain about the mainstream media. Well, the only way to fix it if you don't like it, which is why we started the Idaho Dispatch, is to start something new, start something and do it the way you want it done. So despite whatever I believe personally, whatever I do politically outside of the Idaho Dispatch, we do our best, I should say, to not have any bias in our reporting. That is our goal. That is, I believe, is what the media is supposed to do, is just say, hey, here's a protest that's happening. Here, interview people, ask them why they're down here, try to interview both sides. If there is two sides right now, we have not seen a Joe Biden, kind of counter protest or pro Joe Biden rally anywhere. And so our goal is to just interview as many folks as we can and let you guys, determine whatever you want to believe out of all of the reporting that we do. So if that's the type of news that you want, Biden's freedom's enemy and mandates aren't welcome in Idaho. If that's what you guys enjoy and want in news coverage, then we'd love to have you guys support. So, all right. So what we'll do is we will head back up towards the main group of people. Here in a second. So once I've got a backup battery that's going, once that is done, and I've drained that, then we'll only have whatever's left on my phone. So I'll go until it's about dead, and then we'll call it good. So again, for those that there's Representative Judy Boyle. How are you? Good.
This is awesome.
Yeah, I'm live streaming for the Dispatch, so I can get that off of there.
This is really good.
So yeah.
So happy to see all these people.
So this is, for those that don't know, this is Representative Judy Boyle out of District 9. And what area of the state does that cover?
Over by Hell's Canyon.
Okay.
Adams, Washington, Payette, a little bit of Canyon.
Okay. So, did you come down here today just for the protest?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so, what do you think so far of the turnout?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. This is great.
Okay. And are you also going to the Capitol on Wednesday?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. Well, what would be your message, I guess, be to Joe Biden if he were here right now and you could say one thing to him?
I wouldn't say it on there.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
So that was, for those who don't know, that was Representative Judy Boyle out of, I believe, Midvale, but it is District 9, which covers kind of a lot of rural areas. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. How are you guys? No Joe in Idaho. So what's your okay? What's your main message to Joe Biden if he were here?
If you were here, don't be here. Idaho doesn't want you, Joe.
You're a liar, Joe.
Go back to your basement, Joe.
Okay. All right.
That pretty much sums it up.
All right. Thank you. Oh, sorry. So again, lots of pro-Trump flags, lots of F Joe Biden flags. We do not know if there is any pro-Biden supporters anywhere. We haven't seen them yet. I keep looking as I'm kind of traveling around here. So we've seen 3 representatives. How are you guys? Representative Mike Kingsley from District 6, that's up by Lewiston. Representative Tammy Nichols, which is District 11, that's the Middleton area. And then we just saw Representative Judy Boyle, who is from Midvale, District 9 area. And so I had a chance to interview all them. We also did see Republican Commissioner Ryan Davidson. That was one of the Take a Stand Now folks. They're another group that has had people here and organized one of the protests. Diego Rodriguez from Freedom Man PAC. We've talked to the Health Freedom Idaho girls. And trying to think of who else we've seen. Boise PD continuing to kind of push people to the sides because they have not blocked off the road. There is a post office that's right up here, and so Boise PD is just trying to keep people off to the sides so that nobody gets ran over. Somebody's playing Tom McDonald. What's that?
Joe Biden.
All right, is that what brought you out here today?
Absolutely.
Yeah? If Joe Biden was here right now, what would you say to him?
We wouldn't be talking. We wouldn't be talking.
So,
our backs to him.
What was your guys' thoughts on his speech the other day? Did you watch it? Oh. So the speech where he said that he was going to mandate vaccines for employers with, or do weekly testing.
Medical rate.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Medical rate.
So again, here I think this is Channel 7. Channel 7 News. All right. What do you got on your shirt here?
Oh, what's that? This is Mr. Newscomb. This is why Biden's flying right now. Biden's not coming here for saving the firemen or protecting the West Coast. He's here to play politics, go there and try to save Newsom's what he's up to right today.
Okay, so are you? I mean, you're in Idaho, so are you from California?
Absolutely. Yeah,
oh, okay.
I came to Idaho for conservative reasons, so my kids can grow up and be healthier, happier, and be more well balanced when it comes to having friends of all colors and nationalities and finding their way through God.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, it's getting pretty crowded up here. I'm going to try and make my way to the main part of the protest. again, this is the main area of the protest up here. So this is a big Trump One flag. Again, that was good. So we've got a military helicopter up there. This was draped from the Boise State football stadium the other day. You can see a bunch of the protesters up here. All right, there you go. So what brings you out here the most today?
To keep Joe Biden away from Idaho.
Okay.
Yeah, he's terrible. He's a criminal. He needs to be in jail. We need to get rid of him.
Okay.
So we're just here protesting peacefully so that he doesn't come here or stays away from here and never comes back. We think he should go to Afghanistan.
Okay.
Stay there.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, no. Oh, you don't know.
How are you?
Interview
Good.
her. No,
I'm live streaming on Facebook, but we do have a YouTube channel. So, what are you out here today for?
I praise it.
Is that even a question?
Well, lots of people out here for different reasons, but
Crazy. That's crazy. We need more people out here, like right now. I'm from Canada.
Oh, okay.
And I'm here. Where's the people that are from here? I mean.
So what is that like as a
I've been here for 20 years. So. But
okay.
I mean,
Are you from Idaho? Have you lived in Idaho for quite a while? Okay. Okay, and your thoughts on Joe Biden and?
I've been watching this for 20 years. I knew what was going on when I was 13, and what I find is crazy is this is literally in the Bible, and people, I'm gonna get religious for a second, but there are people that they can't figure out why the Jews rejected Jesus, and it's because he didn't look like they thought he was going to look. So we have all these Christians that are like not paying attention to what's going on here because it doesn't look like what the Bible says. The Bible says there's going to be 4 angels and they're going to take out 1/3 of the world population. They're going to kill 1/3 of the world. And those 4, Moderna, we have Moderna, Pfizer, the other 2, Johnson & Johnson, and the AstraZeneca, okay? Those are the 4 angels. And they don't expect angels to be the angels of death, but if you think about when they were in Egypt, the people of God were in Egypt, and they left the promised land, there was a lot of hard work for them to get out of there. There was a lot of confrontation. There was a lot of Moses going back and forth and the plagues and everything. And when they finally left, it was the angel of death that had to come before they could go to the promised land. And everybody's waiting for the promised land, but nobody realizes this is here now. These vaccines are the angels of death. And I have Christian friends that are like, don't talk to me. And I'm like, you really? Because if you were Jewish and Hitler was coming and he was coming to your address and I saw the books, you don't want me to tell you he's on the way? Like, you don't want me to love you? I think it's crazy. It's good. It looks exactly like the Bible said if people just take off their rose-colored glasses. Anyway.
Okay, so when it comes to COVID-19, I mean, okay, so what do you think ultimately is the best way to fight the virus?
To fight the virus is transfer factors, which is a supplement that doesn't boost your immunity. It actually gives you the immunity. It transfers immunity to you. It's 4 live transfer factors, but that's,
Okay.
Call me. My name is Beverly if you want to know about that. But I had it twice. I sent it to my mother in Canada. She's 80 years old. The whole family, there were 7 people that were all really, really sick. One was in the hospital, my niece, for pneumonia, COVID pneumonia. They're all living with my mom in close quarters, a 2-bedroom condominium. My mother did not get it. She's had a heart attack, she has Alzheimer's, but she did not get that because I've had her on this.
Okay.
But the point is, our natural immunity, that's what's going to make the difference. Our natural immunity is going to make the difference. All the people that are in the hospital, they're lying to us. All the people in the hospital, they're in the hospital. The majority of them got the shots. I have friends that got the shot, and I'm like, I don't know if I can be around you because you're dangerous. We don't realize it. But anyway,
All right.
That was a long-winded
No, that's everybody needs a chance to speak out, so I appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, I have a great person for you. Erica. She's the most
Erica?
eloquent speaker.
Okay.
Yes.
You just got voluntold for an interview, so.
Voluntold. What do you want to know?
What brings you out here today?
I just feel like Biden needs to know that we're not interested in his mandates and that the state of Idaho is not excited to have him here. I'm not a huge fan of disrespectful communication, and he is our president, but I don't believe that he won fair and square, and I don't believe that the mandates that he's making right now are legal. They're not constitutional, and he needs to know that the state of Idaho is not going to go for it.
Okay. What would you say to those who say, well, it's not really a mandate because he said you can do weekly testing instead?
Well, weekly testing is imposing their will on your body. And so to have to submit to weekly testing, that's, in my opinion, unreasonable search and seizure, and you shouldn't have the right to do that as the government.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, I just believe that this country was founded upon freedom, and we need to uphold that, because I believe in other people having their rights, and I totally uphold liberals' rights to have, whatever freedoms they wish to have, but I don't believe that we should impose our will on other people. That's what protects all of us, is if we're here for liberty and we stand on liberty and we protect each other, then we're all going to be able to enjoy this free country. But as soon as we start imposing our will and just forcing ourselves on each other, it's not what God wants. It's not what this country was founded upon. It's not really what any of us wants at the end of the day. And so we need to respect liberty above all things.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
Well said. All right. So, just turn the... Hey, how are you?
What's up, man?
Yeah, just live streaming for the dispatch.
Awesome.
So, we're going to try to cross back over here. Sniff free zone, Biden, freedom over force. Nope, excuse me. And for those that couldn't see it earlier, it says non-Taliban Humvee. Sorry, I got to get a shot of the front there again. You're good.
All of the
So non-Taliban Humvee, it says. I think I saw my guy going through and trying to do another count, but I haven't seen him since he was walking around. But yeah, I would estimate, originally the original estimation was 12 to 1,500. I would say we're pushing over 2,000 now that have showed up here on a Monday morning. The farthest people that we have talked to drove from Coeur d'Alene. But yeah, so Joe Biden is expected to land sometime in the next half hour or so. He should be landing back that direction, which is where the National Interagency Fire Center is, to talk about climate change. And so we're just here kind of covering the protests. President Biden will not be coming through here in his motorcade. We are told that he will land on the airport, and they'll likely drive him from the plane wherever he lands to a back entrance of the airport. So the national, if you Google Earth, the National Interagency Fire Center, it is super big. It's not like one building. There's a main building, but this whole compound, like all this fencing here, I believe, is all part of it as well. So it's kind of a big facility. And so our goal is just to come up and show you guys the protest that is happening. We have seen a number of mainstream media outlets. This is Channel 7 News right over there. Channel 6 News is down this direction somewhere. I did see an Idaho Statesman reporter and a couple other reporters, but I'm not sure who they are with. So, yeah, we're gonna keep kind of going down here. How you doing, partner? Good, how are you? Just trying to, Boise PD has continued to try and keep people from sitting out in front of the road too much. We did see Representative Alana Rubel and Representative Brooke Green, the two of the Democrats. And they are two of the Democrat legislators in the House. There may have been some others that came in. Those are just the two that we saw. And it's Channel 6. I saw you. So we're just gonna kind of keep walking up and down here so you guys can see. We have tried to find pro-Joe Biden protesters, but we have not seen anything yet. Somebody had texted me and asked about guns.
Really don't even
it's Idaho, so there are a lot of guns. There's a magician over here if you want to watch a magic trick. But we have not seen any pro-Joe Biden folks. I keep looking. We saw several representatives, Representative Mike Kingsley, Representative Tammy Nichols, and Representative Judy Boyle have also been here, and we've interviewed all of them. I don't think there's anybody else.
How are you doing?
Good. Got over 1,000 right now. Is there any other legislators? I saw Judy.
I think that's it. Those were the only
Did you see all the Democrats going in the building?
I did. I saw Rubel and Green.
Yeah.
And Muffy, Davis,
Cannon.
Sushi,
Yeah, they all.
Oh, okay. I assumed they would be, but
Their president.
okay. Well,
Alana too. I saw her go by. I'm like, Alana!
yeah. She wave at you? Did she even notice?
She didn't know. I don't
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So as far as we know, a lot of the Democrat reps are probably going to be, I imagine, greeting Joe Biden as he's coming into town. I imagine the Boise mayor is probably also going to be coming in, but we have not seen her yet, and they may not have her come through this area here. So I'm trying to debate. You guys tell me, should I see if that guy will let me go stream up there?
I saw your live stream.
Oh, thanks. More dogs, some dogs and kids and all sorts of stuff. I kind of want to go up there, try and get an aerial shot of. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. I'm standing right next to him right now. I
Oh.
have some friends that are watching you.
Oh, there you go. I want to
He's
get
like, catch up with him. He's right there.
I want to get an aerial lift. That's what I want to get in. That'd be kind of fun. Remember, this yours?
No.
Or do you know where the guy is?
Yeah, he's up there.
Where?
He's
Up there?
Yeah, his name
Oh,
is
is
Seth McKenzie.
Oh, okay. I wanted to get up there and live stream. That'd be kind of fun for a minute.
We'll put you up there.
Well, I don't know where he is, but
Well, he's got a beard and he's got a shirt on that says deplorables on it. It's a green shirt.
yeah. Well, there's
Standing right up at the corner there. You'll find him.
okay. So yeah, somebody said
Somebody said that you started the Second Amendment Alliance. Is that right?
yeah.
You did. Okay, I belong to your Facebook.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I'm streaming for the Idaho Dispatch right now. So
When is it? Are we gonna have any events coming up?
we're working on it. We're working on it.
That's the key.
All right, sounds good. So there are Boise PD. Here, and they're kind of keeping, if they can, they're trying to keep cars from coming up this road unless it's necessary.
Greg, I was going to talk to you and introduce myself, but I want to be on camera. I'm Osa.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How are you?
Good.
Good. Yeah, we're just streaming for the Dispatch. So.
Who
Cool.
runs Liberty Dogs?
I don't know where she is.
I think she's
Yeah.
over there.
Is she up there?
No, I think she's. So you were on that corner. So I was watching their video, and then it looks like transistors on the power line. So I think they're at the other corner.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a gal.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah. Same. Okay. Yeah. You too. Thanks. Appreciate it. So, well, I don't know where. I wanted to try and stream from up there, but I don't know where the guy is. So, if I can find him, I would see if he'd put me up there so we can try and get an aerial shot of what the place looks like. So, but this is the main intersection. So if you do decide to come down, that is Denny's right there. The airport inn is over there. This is the Copper Kitchen, and then this is the intersection. What's that?
They said that he's supposed to be arriving at 11:50, and they're having everybody push up to the gate up here, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Because he's only going to stay inside the confines of the airport.
Yeah.
Because he's a chicken shit and a coward. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, we were told he wasn't.
He's going to land in Boise. He's actually going to drive through the
Hell no.
So, okay. So it sounds like a lot of the people are moving. He's supposed to land at like 11:50, so here in another 20 minutes or so, he's supposed to land. And so it sounds like they're trying to have people go up to the front. There's Take a Stand Now. So, are you with Take a Stand Now?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's your name?
My name is Heather.
Heather. Okay. Greg Pruitt with Idaho Dispatch. How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Good. So, since we're here, let's do an interview.
Okay.
We're live streaming about 1,100 people right now. So
Excellent.
So, what brings you guys out here today?
Well, we are against the vaccine mandates. They are not safe. They are not effective, as has been demonstrated by people coming into the hospitals that are positive for COVID. They have symptoms and they're fully vaccinated. So several of the nurses that are currently working in Idaho have told us that the hospitals and the ERs are filled with vaccinated people. And according to the CDC, they're saying that you're not fully vaccinated until 14 days after your second shot. So as far as I'm concerned, that is ridiculous.
So is that, I mean, you know, on the media and the hospital administrators are saying that it's 98% unvaccinated people. So you're saying that that's not true?
That is not true. That is not true. If they're going by the CDC standards, then I guess, yeah, you could, that's what they're saying. But that doesn't make any sense. As far as I was aware, you know, when you get your shots as a kid, we're not anti-vax, okay? We want safe and effective vaccines. The shot that they're putting out now is not a vaccine. And recently the CDC changed their definition of a vaccine, and that is unacceptable. And, you know, they have completely ignored science. The literature out there now is that the neurological and the other, you know, systemic symptoms are happening 6 to 9 months after the shots are given. And, you know, people are going to be damaged for life. We're already seeing it. And now they want to mandate it for children? It's unacceptable.
Okay. So can you tell people what Take a Stand Now is that don't know about the organization?
Well, I'm only a member. Victoria Stump runs it.
Okay.
She's the head. And we are taking a stand against mandated vaccines. People have natural immunity. The nurses who have had COVID and have recovered, which everyone knows there is 98 to 99% recovery on that illness. There is such a thing as natural immunity that is effective. So Take a Stand is taking a stand against get a shot or lose your job. I mean, that's unacceptable to Idahoans.
And is it mostly medical workers that are part of the makeup
It's
group?
everyone now. Okay. Initially, it was the 3 big corporations, St. Al, St. Luke's, and Primary Health. And now with Biden's, government overreach, it affects everyone. So everyone needs to take a stand. Everyone needs to stand up and say no.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, well, I guess the guy that runs this lift is up by the main protest somewhere. So if he was still down here, I was going to ask him because I wanted to kind of get in. I wanted to get in his lift and try to get an aerial shot if I could. But so if I see him, I'll ask him if we can get a ride up to the air. So how are you?
Hi, Greg.
Streaming for the dispatch, so you're good. All right, so we are starting to see some military helicopters flying around the Boise PD. Yeah, that's what we heard. So we're going to make our way back up. He is supposedly supposed to land sometime in the next 15 minutes or so. And so we'll make our way back up to the front here. And again, as far as how are you? Awesome.
Jim.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan Club. Treasure.
Okay. Yeah, we're streaming for the Idaho Dispatch right now. So
Beautiful.
just trying to cover the event and
Good job.
let Idahoans know what's happening.
Good job.
So we'll make our way up. We're heading up the road here. This is airport the corner of Airport Way and Vista Avenue. And this is Vista Avenue that we're walking on now, heading up towards where the main crowd is now. Sounds like everybody's kind of pushing up this direction in anticipation for President Biden coming into Boise here in the next few minutes. Yeah, lots of F Joe Biden flags, some pro-Trump flags, some American flags.
Bring him down, brother.
So that was Diego Rodriguez that you guys just heard there, and he is the voice that you can hear there. It looks like they've kind of all gone on the road now. There's our favorite dog that we've seen. Hi. Hey. So this is where the main gate is to the National Interagency Fire Center. This is where some of the Democrats were driving in earlier. Representative Alana Rubel and Representative Brooke Green that we saw. And then some of the other legislators said they saw some of the other Democrats as well.
Immediately, the Taliban began to use our equipment to murder innocent Afghans.
Let's give you guys a view of the crowd.
American soldiers and gave aid to the American military in exchange for the promise of asylum in America. But not only did Joe Biden reject their asylum, but he is personally responsible for their deaths. Thousands of innocent people are dead because of Joe Biden, and thousands more will soon die because of the tools of death that Joe
For those that didn't see earlier, a Humvee that says no non-Taliban Humvee. The Mexicans for Trump. There's Ed Humphreys over there. Ed Humphreys is a gubernatorial candidate who is running against Governor Brad Little, we assume. It's another dog. The Husky?
Yeah.
Okay.
Siberian.
Yeah.
She wanted to support.
What's that?
She wanted to support everybody out here.
Okay, so what brought you guys out here today?
No mandatory vaccines. I can't do it.
He needs to be impeached. 100%.
What do you think he should be impeached over?
Oh gosh, the 13 service members. I mean, he pretty much took my brother and gave him a death sentence. My brother's part of that Ranger group that went in.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's like you send troops out first, leave Americans there. That's not what we swore an oath for. So I'm hoping somebody will actually do something about it. So.
Okay. Now, you said your brother was over there when it happened, or
No,
was just part of that unit?
he was part of the 3,000 troops that sent over.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
So keep them in prayer.
Yeah.
Keep our country in prayer. And
My brother's just now getting mandated for the vaccine. It's where he works, and he can't quit because he has to feed his kids. So what the fuck does he do?
What do we do? I mean, if this isn't tyranny, I don't know what is.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
So there are people. Seems like they've kind of moved down this road we were told you were not supposed to go down earlier, but maybe the police are letting it happen so that there's less people on the main road. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure. We got some. This is kind of where the main entrance is. It's kind of hard to see.
Jenny says he's landing in 15.
So Boise PD now have this whole area and the gate and everything completely blocked off.
Well, there we have it. In case you didn't know, Joe Biden sucks. Joe Biden sucks. Joe Biden sucks. Joe Biden sucks. Joe Biden sucks.
Thanks for being out here today.
No problem. So I hear a very big plane. So Boise police up and down here. They may be blocking. Maybe blocking it off at some point. Trying to get to the front here. Did hear something big just land. Could be him, could be another plane. We're not really sure, but. Sorry.
Hey, good interview with Dr. Cole.
Oh, thank you.
That was you, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck Joe Biden! 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 Fuck Joe Biden!
Somebody says he landed at Gowan Field. Gowan Field and the Boise Airport are pretty much one and the same thing. They're all connected. I used to work on Gowan Field. I was in the military. So anyway, for those that don't know and are just tuning in, we are awaiting the arrival of Joe Biden. President Joe Biden is supposed to land in Boise, but we would not. He's not going to drive his motorcade through here. We're told he's going to land on the airport and go back to that building right there, which is the National Interagency Fire Center. And that is where he will go in and talk about climate change. We did see some of the Democrat representatives basically came in through right here. They're going to come in. They came in through there, kind of where that. Oh, you can actually see that gate opening right now, where that white car is going, and they'll meet with President Biden back there. He's supposed to do some sort of I don't know, speech, or if it's going to be streamed or anything, and he will address what we were told. He was going to talk about climate change on a trip to here first, and then California, and then Colorado.
I have probably the smallest excavator. Yeah, I bought a little backhoe for my little.
So it looks like most of the people are going to end up congregating right up front here. And the Boise PDS kind of got some of their guys up here lined up, trying to keep people back a little bit. Yeah. If I could get on the boom, I could probably do it. I don't know where the guy that runs the boom is, and we might not. It's kind of downhill a little bit. The military helicopters have been kind of going around. Just try to see the crowd here. Oops, excuse me, sorry.
I couldn't tell you probably, but I don't know.
So there's kind of the Boise PD. So you guys can see the front of the crowd here. So there's some planes. That way. I'm sure we can see it. I don't think that was Air Force One. Something going on over here.
Are you with
Idaho Dispatch?
Idaho Dispatch.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they're doing. I'll go see. Trying to see what's happening. So yeah, Joe Biden will be landing any moment, we are told. It was supposed to be at 11:50. What time is it? 11:47. So we're not sure exactly when he will be here. And he's not going to come right through here, so we won't see the motorcade or anything like that. But he's supposed to land somewhere out there on the tarmac, then go in the back way through. As far, people, how many people? It's hard to say. Again, I had a couple people go through earlier, and they got somewhere between 12 and 1,500. I think it's a lot more now. I would say probably over 2,000 at this point, just based on walking through here a few times, and definitely a thicker crowd than when we first got here. So a lot of the people have moved up into this area. And I don't know that I'll go back down all the way to the main intersection anymore. We'll just kind of sit around here. So Channel 7 shows that he landed. Okay, so there you go. So I'm not part of the mainstream media, so they're not going to let me. They're not going to let me in there to give you guys an unbiased coverage of the whole thing. We have tried to find pro Joe Biden folks, but we have not been able to find any. I'm not saying there's not any somewhere, but this is the main area, the main protest. And so we've just kind of been walking up and down here trying to see if there's anybody that supports President Biden. We have not been able to. We did find one gal who said F Donald Trump, but then I asked her if she was a supporter of Joe Biden's, and she said no. So she said she didn't like either of them. And that was as close as we've been able to find. Oh, they're playing the national anthem. Just kind of heard it now. So they had kind of been blocking off this, or keeping people out of the road, but it seems like they've.
USA! Sorry.
Are you okay?
USA! USA! USA!
So yeah, this is a look at the crowd here. This is one of the signs of the place that we are at, which is the National Interagency Fire Center. Just give you guys some shots of the crowd here. Yeah, sorry guys, if the sound is going out, there's a lot of interference probably where I'm standing. So the wind's picking up a little bit, and then just the music and other cell phones. So let me know how the truck ramp is headed to the plane. Okay. So yeah, just let me know if you guys can still hear me okay.
I had to, but he says, don't even argue with me, you're going to have a runner. That's the thing. Guys, I cannot run most of the guys on the
Well, I guess if you guys are watching a live stream of Channel 7, let me know what's going on. Can you guys still hear me okay? Sound is good? Okay. I'm going to try and hopefully keep going until... How are you? So what is this? So again, just to recap, President Joe Biden is just landed in Idaho, and he'll be going to this building right down here, which is the National Interagency Fire Center, and he's going to be addressing some of the Democrat lawmakers and talking about climate change. And so he's only going to be here. He'll get done with whatever he's doing at the fire center, and then he'll head out and leave and head back to he's going to head over to California, and then he'll head to Colorado. So we've had a number of helicopters flying around. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys can help us out, help the Idaho Dispatch out. If you're tired of the mainstream media, then be sure to
Idaho Dispatch.
Then be sure to pitch in a little bit. IdahoDispatch.com/subscribe, and give a one-time donation, or you can do a monthly subscription to help us out and let us, keep doing these events and keep trying to give you guys coverage of political events without all the bias. So, yes, that's everybody's talking about that sign. So, that's the goal. That should be the goal of the media, is to just try and cover events. Now, I'm not part of the quote-unquote credentialed media, so they're not going to let me in to try and ask, President Biden a question or cover him coming out of the plane and all that stuff, and that's okay. We'll try to give you guys, I guess, this side of the story, which is all the protesters that are out here protesting President Biden. We've interviewed quite a few people and just tried to get their views and ideas for why they are out here today. And a lot of people protesting the vaccine mandates. A lot of people are protesting what happened in Afghanistan with the soldiers that were killed. And so right now we're kind of down the road, not inside the main gate, but down a side road. And Boise police have kind of blocked off the area to not let anybody go down any further. I mean, if you could go down all the way, you'd probably be able to see his motorcade come by, I'm guessing, but not really from where we're at. So let's try to get to the front. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. How are you? Good. Let's get to the front of the crowd here. He said he's getting off the plane now.
How do you know he's off the plane? KTVB is reporting he's off the plane. He just said right here. Oh, yeah.
How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. So what brings you out here the most today?
Honestly, because
protecting our rights.
We are protecting our rights and our children. Our children need to be protected above everything else. Absolutely our children, because they are the future of our country.
Yes, save the children.
All right, thank you.
And Biden is not our president.
Yeah, he cheated.
We do not appreciate the things that he's doing for our country.
No.
He's just...
And we especially
he's
don't like the
fire.
defund the
we
police
need to put the fire out.
that he is petitioning.
All right,
Thank you.
Excuse me, sorry.
We're always trying to cross the line.
Again, all of the protesters waiting for President Biden. We were told he's off the plane. Sorry. Yep.
Thank you.
All right. So, excuse me, guys. Sorry. I'm trying to make my way back through here. Sorry. No, you're okay. It's tight quarters. That's all right. No, and then this is kind of... So that's the main area over there where you do get into the facility. And so my guess is what they've done is just kind of blocked off people from going down further. Mostly a lot of F Biden flags, pro-Trump flags, some middle finger flags. So no, some people have asked. So they said the limo is heading this way.
He's gonna get a limo.
I'm not sure, again, if you'll be able to see. Not sure if you'll be able to see his motorcade or anything like that, but we were told that he is in the limo. We have not seen any pro-Biden folks. We've looked, but we can't find any. And so, yeah, if they have been around, or maybe they're in a different location, they didn't want to do it here with the anti-Biden protesters, and so.
Also, I can also see them trying to avoid.
So yeah, limo is on the move. Okay, so again, I have no idea if where we are at, we'll be able to see him like at all, or his motorcade or anything like that. So we're just going to kind of stand here for a minute. Motorcade is finally moving. Yeah, he's at Gowan, so that makes sense. but they'd fly him into the military side of it. So for those wondering,
Jeff, how you doing, man?
so I'm just, you guys at home are going to be able to see his motorcade arriving well before we do, if we see anything at all. So everybody says he's on the move. So there's this kind of the crowd where the crowd is all gathered. They've all kind of bunched up in here. Again, crowd estimates somewhere in the range of probably about 2,000 right now. Earlier we had some counters that said 12 to 1,500. Could be more than 2,000, could be less. It's really hard because people just keep moving around, and you know, they're not all in one area. It's just spread throughout everywhere, so it is a little hard to get a decent count, but I think I saw my guy counting again, so Biden on the way. Okay, well, again, we're looking for any kind of vehicles or motorcade or anything, but we do not see anything this time, and for all I know, there may be a back entrance. So you can see the National Interagency Fire Center right there. If you can't see it, it's a big fire sign on that building. There may be a back entrance, and we may never see him. Oh, now we see a motor. I think we see some vehicles. There's the motorcade behind those fire trucks. So yeah, we did see the motorcade going by on the other side of those green fire trucks. More of the motorcade kind of see coming through there.
Fuck Joe Biden! 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 Fuck Joe Biden!
Looks like still more of the motorcade coming. Can't tell if they're going to the front entrance or a side entrance or wherever. All right, so for those just tuning in, Joe Biden has landed. His motorcade just arrived at the National Interagency Fire Center, where he'll be meeting with Democrats and speaking on climate change.
Fuck Joe Biden! 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 Fuck Joe Biden!
So President Biden has arrived. He'll be here for a few minutes, and then he'll be on his way to California, where he is expected to do more work on the fire issue and talk about climate change, and then
Check your watch, Joe. Check your watch, Joe. Check your watch.
Perfect, thank you.
There she is, and there's Meg.
We can talk about later.
all right. So what's that? We think about 2,000, somewhere in there. So yeah, thank you. chanting at somebody or... Anyway, so this is the main entrance to get in. I don't know if... Does anybody know if Governor Little is going to be there? I need a better internet feed. Well, you got to understand there's like thousands of people and tons of people are streaming and calling people and all sorts of stuff. So there's not much I can do about that. It just kind of gets clogged up. So. So more of the crowd over here. I got the phone that I have, so the coverage you get is the coverage you're getting. Appreciate all you guys tuning in today. So for those just tuning in, President Joe Biden has arrived in Boise. He is at the National Fire Center, which is right back there, and somewhere in the range of about 2,000 protesters, maybe more, have shown up, and we've just talked to quite a few of them trying to get their thoughts on the whole thing. So we are just trying to give you guys a little bit of coverage of the event. We've been going for quite a while here. And yeah, so if the audio's cutting out or the video's getting choppy now, guys, it's not. It's just a result of there being way too many people here trying to stream and all sorts of other stuff. So anyway. What's that? Oh, hi. Yeah, we're good. We've been streaming. We got about 1,200 people on right now, so. So yeah, this is a lot of the protesters have come up here. There's some of them starting to head out now. Again, Biden, you could see his motorcade through some fire trucks that were there. Okay, so some people are saying the video and audio is excellent. So it also could be on your guys' end, if your internet's not streaming fast enough right now. But yeah, so lots of protesters that we've talked to. Again, a lot of them upset about what happened in Afghanistan, and then also what happened with the vaccine announcement that he made a few days ago. So looks like a few news crews have been out here, Channel 7 and Channel 6. Yeah, this is Channel 7 right here. Did you try and do another one?
I've done like 7 or 8. I got up to 1960 on one.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that's what I thought. 2,000 seems about right.
1,500 and 2,000 somewhere.
Okay.
I'm getting consistently between there. So.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Appreciate your help. So yeah, that's one of the guys that was trying to help me get a count and said he got up to about 1968, as far as 1,968. So I would guess that is, probably fairly accurate just based on our own estimates as well. So we're gonna head back down this way. And we'll head back down and show you guys kind of where to come in at. I know
look at this.
I know a lot of the people are going to be leaving at this point now, and so we'll head out here shortly ourselves. But we appreciate you guys tuning in for our coverage. If the boom guy is down here, if the guy at this left is down here, I'll see if he lets me in. lets me get on. I should have done it earlier, but there wasn't very many people here at the time. So, but this is what we try to do.
I know this is not a video.
Oh, some guys heckling the Channel 7 reporter. I should probably watch that. So somebody was letting the Channel 7 reporter have it, I think. So he was.
He's a little upset, but he offered the guy's personal phone number. I'm not proud of that.
Hey, you all right? All right, so that is the Channel 7 reporter. It's the Channel 7 reporter. So I don't know what happened. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Well, I'm not sure what that guy said to the reporter, but he was whatever it was. The guy was just heading out. So he was here. I saw him here earlier. He was by himself again with Channel 7 and. Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. So, all right. Well, it looks like a lot of people are going to be heading out. Again, we appreciate you guys coming in and watching, and hope that you guys will support the Idaho Dispatch. Again, if you're tired of the mainstream media and you want something different where we just try to report on what's happening and not, you don't get my opinion and don't get me doing, I mean, we like to ask tough questions of people. We like to give people a chance to defend themselves. And so, that's our goal at the Idaho Dispatch. And you can do a one-time donation and help us out so we can do some more projects, do some more work. Or you can support us monthly for $2.97 a month or more if you want. And we'd love to have your guys' support. So I wanted to see if the boom guy is here. I think he is. I don't see him. Maybe I'll wait around here for a few minutes. So this is the main intersection where you guys can come. There's the Denny's, the Airport Inn, the Copper Kitchen. But again, the protest, I believe, is wrapping up. It looks like most people are going to be heading out. And so it'll be kind of crazy traffic if you're trying to come down this direction now. See you guys. What's that? Oh, all right, guys. We'll see ya. So yeah, this is the main intersection, and then if you head up that way, that's where we just came down from. I don't know if you could tell on my phone, the National Interagency Fire Center is down there. And we did see very vaguely the Biden motorcade. They basically, from what everybody said, he landed on Gowan Field, which is a military base, for those that don't know. And he basically just took a motorcade from his airplane to the fire center. He's going to speak there for a few minutes and then head out to California, where he's expected to do some more stuff regarding fires, I guess, and talking about climate change. But we're also told that he's going to be meeting with Governor Gavin Newsom of California. And so, we'll just kind of wait here for a few minutes. Thank you. Kind of wait here for a few minutes, and it's the guy that has the. See you guys. Good. It's the guy that has the boom lift is here. I'll see if he'll let me up there for a minute to get an aerial view. So, does anybody know if Governor Little show up at the airport as well? I'm not really sure if he did. Oh, Little is talking now. Okay, yeah, so Little must be there. I assume that the governor would be there as well. even though they're from different parties. But right now, a lot of people are leaving the protest now that Biden has come, and the F Joe Biden chant has been kind of seen quite a bit. They've been doing it at college football stadiums. There's been a lot of F Joe Biden or F Biden. Oh, there's some people with masks on. They might be Biden supporters. Let me go see if I can talk to them. So, yeah, if the aerial boom guy comes here in the next few minutes, I'll do it. If not, it looks like most of the protesters are coming back. So, you guys out here to support the president?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Been trying to find somebody to interview all day. Okay, so I'll stay back as far as you're comfortable. So
I just don't want to be on camera.
No.
You go over.
It's not that bad. All right, so what brings you guys out here today?
We wanted to see the
Support,
president.
yes.
Support the president.
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
So did you go all the way up to the front there?
We stopped.
We were gonna, but then once we saw like how many people
The mass
were there,
crowd that's coming down right now,
yeah.
we
Okay.
did not feel comfortable walking that far, to be totally honest.
especially
Okay.
with all the anti-mandate signs we've seen. Probably
Okay.
not a good idea. Especially
So,
for kids.
are you guys? He gave one of the big things as I've interviewed people has been the vaccine speech that he gave a few days ago, where he talked about or COVID-19 speech. So, are you guys in support of the
100%.
Okay.
Absolutely.
People are dying. It's time.
People know people who have died, and they still believe it's a hoax. Right? It's shocking, honestly.
Okay. So I guess the people I've talked to, they all believe in COVID-19. They just said that they didn't think that there should be a mandate on vaccines. Do you think that's...
I think that there are definitely people, they're not getting it. They believe it. Great. There's people that died. How many people are now, like even from our area, that are in the hospital, on their hospital bed saying, I wish I'd gotten it.
Northern Idaho.
And then calling their family and be like, go get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Northern Idaho is at what? They're at max capacity in all the hospitals. People are starting to come down here because of it. There's really nowhere to go with everything, and yet here we are.
Okay. So do you guys think that a vaccine should be mandated for everyone no matter what, or should there be an exemption, or what do you think?
I can't think of an exemption that there would be.
Okay.
And I mean, there's...
It's free.
It's
a free
not just that. Like, I can't think of a medical condition that someone has, they shouldn't get it. Like, I know there might be some out there that I'm just not aware of, but in more cases than not, if you have that kind of medical condition, you need it, because if you get COVID, it is going to destroy you. It might not kill you, but the lifelong permanent damage that's done, that's irreversible, even in kiddos, like, it's not worth it.
Okay.
It's not a politic thing, it's a science thing. They did it with polio, they did it with all these other things. Like, why are we doing this now?
Okay. And what do you say to those who say, the vaccines can cause injuries or can potentially cause death? Do you think that does happen or doesn't happen? And if it does happen, what do you think?
I think that there have been, a lot of the cases I read about, there have been deaths, there have been other underlying things, and I know there are people that have bad reactions. As with anything, I think that we have this first vaccine that is working, and these percentages are small, so we're still working on it. I think they should keep developing it, like keep perfecting it so that doesn't happen, and we start eliminating that. But in the meantime, there needs to be more done to protect everyone.
Okay. And so I guess in closing, some of their concerns would be if you mandate a vaccine and then somebody gets injured or killed as a result of the vaccine, who's responsible for that? And in that case, I
think even if it's not mandated and they take it, like there's still, I didn't sign anything, I don't remember when I did it. So I think even before it was mandated, if something happened, there's still, like when people want to fight it or sue or whatever they want to do, that could have happened then. Just
Okay.
think it would happen after.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I've been walking around here for hours and I could not find any pro-Biden people. So.
There was one car.
Yeah, we've
that we
seen
saw,
a few.
And yeah.
Okay.
We're
Far
just,
too, but they're here.
We're keeping to ourselves, and we've gotten yelled at a lot of times. We're just trying to not.
Probably because most of us know that crowds like these tend to
Try not to
get a
what?
little crazy.
We're trying not to be in the situation, he says.
Okay.
We're gonna be in our own situation.
All right.
There you
Sounds
go.
good. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Okay, so it looks like a lot of the protesters are leaving. Idaho Dispatch. So yeah, we try to just tell both sides of the story, leave out my personal opinions, and let you just believe whatever you want to believe. I have my own personal opinions, but you know what? At the end of the day, I think the news should be tell both sides, show whatever facts you can, and it's not my job to tell you what to believe or anything. That's your job to determine what you want to believe. So anyway, all right, guys, take care. I'm gonna try and cross here and not get ran over. I still don't see him back yet. So if he's not back yet, we'll probably wrap up this. So again, I appreciate you guys tuning in today. Maybe I'll go that way, or now you can kind of see my face. So again, my name is Greg Pruitt with Idaho Dispatch. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you'll support the Idaho Dispatch. As you can see, we really just try to interview as many people as we can from both sides and just cover these types of events. Sometimes the mainstream media will show up and they'll show you an event when there's like 20 people here and then they'll leave. We've been here for hours trying to let you guys know what is happening. Again, IdahoDispatch.com/subscribe. You guys can, for a couple bucks a month, you know, if you like the coverage that we do, we would appreciate it. Or you can donate. You know, there's a donate where you can do a one-time donation to help us out. That we get better audio equipment or whatever, whatever the case may be. So, anyway, guys, yeah, I'm gonna call it good here for today. And for those that are just tuning in, again, we are in Boise, Idaho, at the National Interagency Fire Center, down at the main intersection to get there, where approximately 2,000 protesters showed up to protest President Joe Biden, who arrived in Boise. We did see his motorcade very briefly behind some fire trucks that were kind of blocking the view from where we were, but you could kind of see the motorcade coming through. And yeah, we did interviews with several state representatives, county commissioner, gubernatorial candidates, lots of different protesters, some of them for Joe Biden, some of them against most of them against Joe Biden. The people I just interviewed a minute ago were the only ones we found that were for President Biden. And so, yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. We've seen lots of campaign signs. People, the Take a Stand Now folks were here. The Health Freedom Idaho folks were here. Just a lot of different groups and people. And most of the protesters are heading out now. So thank you guys again for tuning in. We appreciate it. Take care.